Tigers of summer are ready to get back to the playoffs, and there's no better place to get your Tigers coverage than Woodward Sports. Join us all season long as we follow as our hometown Tigers claw and fight. This ball is gone! Feel the roar with Woodward Sports. Wake up, Woodward. We are starting off your day with a brand new crew. Meet Broder.
I can't control my arms sometimes. My limbs are just kind of flying.
Detroit Kool-Aid.
Fired up!
Y'all got Kool-Aid.
I'm fired up! But with the Wake Up Woodward crew, he's actually a part of the family.
Flannel Sam.
Ask me about my wiener! Okay.
Along with JB and KG, Wake Up Woodward gets you all of your Detroit sports talk every morning, 8 to 10 a.m. live on Woodward Sports, a show for Detroit, by Detroit, with people from Detroit. Tell Siri to set an alarm because it's time to wake up Woodward.
What up, though, people? It's finally that time. It is opening day in the city, and you guys already see what the backdrop is. You know what? I think Stick said it best as well. When you see the solo shot on Flannel, it's the money shot.
Hey.
Comerica Park in the backdrop, man, and it's a beautiful day. They say it's going to be one of the better, warmer opening days for Detroit Tigers.
It's funny, it doesn't quite feel like it right now. I'm kind of cold, but I think any shot on old Flannel Sam is the money shot, right? Right, Phil? Right, Mike G? That's what.
no.
I know you guys all agree.
Big pause.
Hey, ladies!
Pause.
No, I'm kidding. I love my wife.
Hey, let's rock, man.
Flannel likes money shots. Got it.
Oh,
Hey.
I'm getting, I'm
I
getting more and
walked right
more
into that
fired
one.
up.
I Chris Paul'd you to your DeAndre Jordan there, KG. Why did I do that?
Dog. Hey, it's your boy Brandon Dent, aka
Brandon
Detroit
Knight style.
Kool-Aid. You're not Brandon Knight, but Brandon Dent. You're Detroit
Brandon
Kool-Aid.
Knight.
Brandon Knight.
You're
I hope you're not Brandon
Hey,
Knight.
what was DeAndre Jordan's most famous dunk on? It was on Brandon Knight. That's what I'm talking about.
That's
Anywho,
crazy.
I'm going to stop hijacking. Come on.
The
You're
most
good.
unlucky player in NBA history just happened to be a Piston.
Hey, your credential Pistons reporter writer for the network, Flannel Sam, Red Wings correspondent, all sports knower. And you guys already heard him, man. We got KG in the building. That's Detroit's #1 draft pick. How you feeling this morning, man?
Cold as a motherfucker. But, hey, the sun is shining on us, man. We got good baseball. What more can you ask for?
What more
bro?
can you ask for? We got the whole WUW Crew with us, man. Shout out to our brother Matthew Broder, man. It feels right to definitely shout him out on Tigers opening day. We got Cavassier Chase braided up in the building, man. He's in straight
Looking
up
like AI over here.
Cavassier
I
mode.
know, right?
The Latin AI.
I'm ready for him to just grab a mic and just like swerve. You got Tweaker.
The day is still young. Maybe he will.
Hey, we got that dude Justin, Godfather Stick is in the building, and Brady from Sales, man. It's a great day. All the Tigers gear. The vibes, man. It's already on one. It was hard to find parking anywhere. Already,
Yes.
man.
Yes.
Already. I know Stick was mad. We were supposed to be here a little bit earlier. But you know what? We're here. I'm sorry.
Hey, we made it.
we
He's giving us a salute.
We
Not
here
to
now.
be-
It's
here.
fair.
Not to be this
It's
person.
fair.
I ain't throwing all y'all under the bus. I was here at 7:07.
Hey, that's fine.
Hey, don't be doing
We
that.
expect that out of you, Flannel.
Stick
That's
is
fine.
it's still late.
I was still a little bit late. That was my bad. I feel terrible about it. Just terrible.
Fashionably
man.
late.
But
I
we-
like to say we are.
fashion.
I said it too, man. My man Chase doing the braids. And then he showed up after me. I was like, yo. But you know what? Opening day, it is here. And just you guys' vibes, man. The feeling in the city as well, and what the vibes are for you guys right now.
You know, this is one of the greatest days of the year. I know that last year the draft being in the city in the same freaking month, by the way, as opening day kind of took center stage. But in a typical year, there is no better day in downtown Detroit than opening day. And there's no more fun show that I'm going to do with my guys. And we got Big D Energy later. We got a watch party. The heavyweights are hanging out, doing heavyweight things. Nick Koloff, new Tigers credentialed beat reporter, came by and gave us a visit. He's looking all spiffy and fly in the morning, ready to cover the Tigers this year. Cannot wait. Just going to be a great year.
It's going to be a great year. And once again, man, I got to echo that sentiment. Shout out to Nick Koloff of the Heavies, man. It was just a couple years ago. He was like, I just want to be able to get my foot in the door and do whatever I can to prove myself. And now, opening day, credential beat reporter, man. So shout out to him. Shout out to the whole team because we're letting the heavyweights loose on the city. I don't know if you guys understand. If there's some who are plugged in and they get it, like White Claw Flannel's going to show up today. But the Heavies, if you guys see them, you want to jump in that content today. But the Tigers, they're taking on the Chicago White Sox. They are favored in this game. Even ESPN has them as a 64% favorite to win this game. And that, to me, just adds to the overall vibes. But, ultimately, they got to do this thing on the field.
Absolutely. And we're going to break down the game a little bit more moving forward. But this is a nice way to ease into the season. And I understand that it's all Major League Baseball. Every single team in the AL Central is under 500. So us as Tiger fans, we can't take the White Sox lightly. I know the players won't take the White Sox lightly, but this is one where you just got to look at the pitching. Look at the Tigers pitching staff versus the White Sox pitching staff. Heck, even the lineup. I know that the Tigers lineup isn't looking so great because it's depleted by injuries, but I'll just say this. The White Sox leading hitter right now is Andrew Benintendi.
Jeez.
What does that say?
Yeah.
Who is that guy?
I know. Who the fuck is that guy? And I know Luis Robert Jr. is a pretty good player when he's right. Andrew Vaughn was promising, kind of a bust. Let's just say the Tigers, they should be fine this series. They
should
very much should be.
They should be fine. They should be fine. And it's, I know the fans are going to show up and they're going to show out. It is sold out. So they're going to do everything. And you see all of the different parties, not just down here at the Grand Slam Fest, which is the one all of you all want to be at, but just all over the city. The vibes are awesome. You see the food trucks. You see all the different kind of amusement they have going on around. And the city is going to be loud. That's one thing Detroit has done right, especially in recent years, is show up and show out because we're proud of our team, especially these Tigers who – snap. You got the flag.
Oh, that deal. Oh, yeah.
You saw he just flexed that. The fans is
I told you it was his endorsement deal. I told y'all.
I got the Tiger flannel, an exclusive one. I'm going to try
an exclusive one.
I am.
Hold on. My man was
It's your shit.
It's exclusive.
I'm gonna do my darndest to get down there tomorrow for Flannel Day, cause so that means I'm gonna have to pace myself a little bit today. I'm gonna try, but I kind of feel like it's not technically my day, but tomorrow's my day.
Hey.
Sam, are you throwing the first pitch?
I am not throwing the first pitch.
Have they contacted you?
Let us know now.
Have they contacted you? Can you tell us that?
I would throw a better first pitch though than 50 Cent or whoever that. Whatever. We could go through the litany of bad. You know what? Honestly, as much as you think just throw it over the plate, at that moment I might throw one just a bit outside for all I know.
Shout out Woodward Sports MVP JBSmooovv with the chain on, man. What up, though?
Big chain energy.
Got to represent.
Gotta represent, man.
Let me tuck my little shit. He got the big chain on. Let me tuck my little shit, man.
Hey, you know what, man? He got the serious Big D energy over there, man. JBSmooovv. You know what? I'm sitting around looking at all of these food trucks. I'm just looking for the one that got the
burnt chicken tenders.
No, shout out to Willie B. But the short rib grilled cheese sandwich. I'm sure I'll pass it on the way in or something like that. I'm seeing all the different vendors starting to set up, and I'm telling you, people, you want to get down here. I'm so glad we got our list in. We got in 2 lists from Wake Up Woodward of people who said they want to come down and party with us. We're going to make sure we get a lot of content with you guys and give you guys the time as well to say what up, though, to all of us here at Woodward Sports. Flannel Sam.
Hey, and shout out to my wife. She's unfortunately got to work her day job during she wasn't able to get opening day off, but she'll be here late in the evening, and we're gonna go out on the town after this is all over. So, hey, if you guys see me and her, just say what's up. I'll definitely be willing to have a conversation with any of you Except a couple, and you know who you are.
You might want to watch that for
Hey,
everybody.
not
Be
everybody.
careful with that, dog.
Just expose who you are, and that will determine whether or not I talk to you or not. But most of you, you know I will.
Hey, man, and once again, man, shout out to Willie B, who was able to get over here without being kidnapped.
Yeah, I know, right?
Dude,
We didn't have to catch a case for
Not
Willie.
at all, man.
I was about to say, that had an investigation discovery documentary in a decade written
swear.
all over it.
He was wondering where he was going to be because he's a parking attendant for our great Detroit sports teams, and he's just next door. We're over here at the Detroit Opera House where the gazebo is about to flip over on us, Brady.
Hey, shout out. Remember that one opening day a couple of years ago where that tent fell over, and I remember our man Adam Morency was just
out,
frantically chasing after it. Shout out Adam. I know.
Big shout out.
That was a fun time. JB, you were there.
That video, actually.
You still have that
I
video.
still have that video.
That was a interesting time.
Interesting time. And you know what? I got to ask you guys, though. Where'd you all park? Did you guys find parking?
Right down the
good
street,
parking?
big dog.
I am across the street. I pay like $60. So
$60?
Yeah.
Yeah, the garage
Yeah.
got you?
Yeah, the garage got me.
Oh, hell no.
It got
I'll
me.
never
Also,
pay for a red cent down here.
Absolutely
I saw
not.
this.
Absolutely
When
not.
Hell
Six
no, I've been doing
messages
this too
came
long.
in, I was looking for parking. I was driving around for 10 minutes, and I was like, crap. And he got me, man.
JB,
See?
Y'all are crazy.
It gets the best of us. It
$60.
gets the best of us.
He told us to get here
Y'all
early.
gotta-
I know he's going to tell us.
y'all gotta learn y'all way around the city.
Disappointed.
$60.
he's very disappointed. He's like a disappointed
disappointed.
father at this point, which he pretty much is at the network.
No, because you all sound like kids just making excuses of why you can't show up. I had to park. No shit, it's opening day. You get here early, you get the spot. I got a free spot right up the
I was
street.
still able to park. I was here late as hell.
Yeah, but that's the problem. You were here late as hell.
Yeah, it don't matter. We here.
Yeah, no, it does matter, and it will matter, and we'll talk about that a different day. But come on, I slept in. Oh, I couldn't find a place to park. Oh, my dog ate my homework.
We
what else are you guys gonna just
We
say?
made a group decision to be late.
to be
okay?
lazy as hell and be late. All right.
Again, I
All
was
right,
here
live
at
as a
7:07.
group, die by a group. Live as a group, die by the group. That's all I gotta say.
That's
fellas.
cool.
All right.
Hey, I ride for my guys. Let's go.
I see you over there, KG.
Without that $60 though.
Hey, go to Willie B's
Studio
spot.
applause.
Hey,
Shout out Willie B in the building, man. What up, though, man?
Willie B.
Who kidnapped you, bro?
Hold on, man. Say what up, though, to the people.
Yeah, get Willie B.
What up, though, right here? Hope everybody have a good day in the Tigers. It's called America Park. Shoot, I just ran down, sprint down. Why you ain't call me, man, with the parking lot, man? I could have helped you.
See, Willie know where to park it at.
You know what? I totally forgot about that. I still think about the fact that he saved me that parking spot, and it was a game. I was like, you know, this
A game you ain't even go to.
there. He was holding it up. He was like, look, man, Dennis Archer Jr.
Yeah, man.
He was like, Dennis Archer Jr., what's your spot? But I told him I'm holding it for somebody. I'm like, bro, please give it to Dennis Archer Jr. But that's Willie B, man. Shout out.
Big
Shout
Willie
out
style.
to Willie, man. Hey, you know what, Willie? Tell the people about the vibes in the city right now, man, especially from your perspective.
Growing up in Detroit is always a great atmosphere when it comes to sports. And like Tigers game, it's like tradition. When you go to the Tigers game, the food got to be lit, especially the chicken tenders and fries. And the Pepsi gonna be. I know it's $5 for Pepsi Mountain Dew, but it's a different taste when you buy that $5. Best $5 it worth. Detroit's the best sports atmosphere. You got to go downtown. It changed for so many years, but guess what? You able to go down in the city of Detroit and had a good vibe there, and you got to enjoy what you got to do in the city. They say there's nothing in the city. That's nonsense. You got everywhere to go to. You got everywhere to go. Best sports fans, best food atmosphere.
It's a fact.
Everywhere you go, you smell the food in the air. The British truck is right down the street.
I can taste it.
That's the British truck on Campus Marshalls. The chick, they got the lamb and the Joe Marier's crab shack right there.
You got to help Kool-Aid find this brisket.
Where is
a
the brisket
short
at,
beef
yo?
rib,
Right
grilled
there.
cheese?
Yeah, where is it?
Junkyard dog food truck right down on Campus Marshall by the old.
I knew Willie had you. I knew Willie had you.
So in that case, I'm the food location. If you know around the city, I'm your man to be. So in that case, anything you try to go downtown to grab something to eat, go to the rural places that's showing some flavor with some season on it.
With some season on it.
Hey.
All love to Brandon.
Shout out, Willie. Good shit, brother.
Shout out to Willie. Yeah, man, go over there. Say what up to the crew, man. It was definitely great to link up with Willie B. And you know what, man, just the passion for the city, the knowledge of the city, putting on and just kind of being down here is different. You know, especially being like this early and being the first show and just seeing how the people continue to just show up and show up and show up because the vibes are already cool. But you know how it's going to be in a couple hours down here.
Oh, it's the funny thing is we're going to start the show, and it's pretty quiet. By the time our show gets going, you're going to start to hear the music going. And after the show,
9:30.
I might have to head on in there. We shall see.
Oh, White Claw flannel.
We shall see. I think, if I want to remember correctly, maybe I'm wrong. I think what really drove me to the dance floor last year was I think they started. I heard the opening lines to Kendrick Lamar's "Mad City," one of the greatest hype songs ever,
Oh, yeah.
ever.
You should see him do it live. It's amazing. It's
go
amazing.
wrong.
Okay, anywho.
Hey.
I was going to ask you a question, but I'll keep it to myself. Do you say a certain part of the song?
No, I do not, KG. No, I do not. I knew you were going to ask.
Where you from? All right, good job, Flannel. Good job.
Not going to slip. You're not gonna...
Stand on business, Flannel.
Stick me at home going crazy. Where you from, man? No.
On that note,
Get us out of here.
let me tell you about jars.
Go
Shout out
Tigers.
Cavassier Chase. All right, Woodward sports fans, whether you're hitting a game or simply just chilling, Jars Cannabis has you covered. Jars is home to Michigan's largest lineup of rec cannabis products. They've got 27 locations across the state, repping Michigan in a big way. 9 locations are right in Metro Detroit, so there's always one nearby. And if you're in Grand Rapids, Madison Heights, or Milan, get ready. New stores are coming your way soon. Go to jarscannabis.com to see where you can get your favorite product today.
No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You know, you guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
I think you will. We got
This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports. The bats are hot, and the weather is getting hotter. Summertime in the D with Detroit's big hitters, Woodward Sports.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
What up, though, Detroit? Get ready, because Tigers opening day is here. You already know the atmosphere. It's going to be electric. You want to join Woodward Sports for the biggest and the best party in the D. We're in the middle of the city, right in the middle of the action, right with Comerica Park, just over our shoulder at the Detroit Opera House. This broadcast is brought to you by Jars Cannabis, Mad Packs, and White Claw, where the drinks will be flowing, smoke clouds will be rising to the party. It's not going to stop. WSN broadcast will go all day. Don't miss out. Listen, get down here, get your tickets, get however you have to, man. This is where you want to be to pregame and to celebrate opening day. GrandSlamDetroit.com, Woodward Sports opening day, brought to you by Jars Cannabis, Mad Packs, and White Claw. In the city, man. This is a brisk start to the morning, but Flannel Sam, I wouldn't want to be anywhere else than right here for Detroit Tigers opening day.
Absolutely.
I see you getting ready.
Getting the day started nice with a drink that you guys can't know what it is because I got the sponsor label right here. But we're going to have some fun. But
hey, shout out Mad Packs, man. Shout out to all of the different sponsors as well.
Shout out and shout out to the Detroit Tigers. They started the season 2-4. They obviously, as we know, went to Los Angeles. Hey,
First place Tigers today.
thank you, Stick. They are in first place. Every single team in the AL Central is 2-4, which is nice. And obviously, we know the Tigers got swept at Los Angeles by the Dodgers, and they took 2 of 3 from Seattle. And I know a lot of us fans really feel like Game 3 was one that the Tigers gave away. So I wanted to ask this question. I'll go around the room. I'll go to every single person here. I'll start with you, Kool-Aid. Are you encouraged or discouraged by the Tigers' 2-4 start?
I'm actually encouraged by their start. I did want to see them go out there and have a chance to sweep Seattle. But knowing that they started off the season with the champs, they showed some fight. They went to Seattle and picked up a couple dubs. I'm actually a little bit more encouraged by the 2-4 start. Because their offense as well. Like KG has said, like we've all alluded to, and them hovering around that 4.5 now to 5 runs per game is something that I just didn't expect, especially with contributions from guys like Torkelson and even Margot, who they signed just close to the start of the season because they needed some insurance as it relates to Parker Meadows and some other injuries they're dealing with. So it's like I am encouraged, and a lot of that will be even more decided based on what happens today against the White Sox.
Oh, yeah. Today is a It's
hey! What up, though?
It's a big game. It's a big game. Obviously, it's early, but 2-4. Not the most ideal start, but all things considered, can't hate too much. KG,
it's not ideal.
Are you encouraged or discouraged by the Tigers' 2-4 start?
I'm absolutely encouraged by the way they started. And listen, I know I sound like a broken record at this point, but with the injuries that they incurred, you didn't really expect them to get off to the start that they've gotten off to. And even, the 0-3 against the Dodgers, if you watch how they played, they could have easily won 2 out of those 3 games. So I'm encouraged right now. I think there's a lot to look forward to with this team. And overall, they just got to stay afloat. I know we didn't get that last Seattle game, but we won the series. And overall, I think we would have all taken a 2-4 Tigers team coming in the opening day. There's a level of optimism this year that we didn't have last year. We didn't expect them to go on the run that they went on, but, with everything that has transpired to this point, I think that we have a lot of reason to be excited about our Tigers, especially once they get some of their guys back from injury.
Yeah, injuries have played a big part, unfortunately, and double unfortunately, when the season started, they lost Gleyber Torres to the 10-day IL as well. JB, are you encouraged or discouraged by the Tigers' 2-4 start?
Oh, I'm definitely encouraged. As KG was saying before, opening out, you're going up against the champs. Obviously, it's not looking great, but still, you had that fight in you. You had that fight every single game, and you did not let up one bit. So you got to be happy about that as well, too. They went in there at Seattle, got 2 out of the 3. Not bad. I'm going to be happy about it.
Spinny
has arrived, everybody. Spinny has arrived.
Rockstar.
Take this as
Spencer Rockstar.
Let my man cut his promo real quick.
What up, what up, what up? What up, everybody? Downtown Detroit is the place to be. The Opera House parking lot, Grand Slam Fest. Come join us. It's going to be popping. You can find me, Easy, Nick, Chris. We're going to be on the streets interviewing people. So come out, have a good time, drink some good drinks, smoke some good bud, and just have fun. Tigers clapping that ass on the White Sox today. Let's go, baby.
Let's go. Hey, man, it's awesome to see the crew just continuous to just smiling. But, hey, shout out to the Riley Greene jersey, too. Spin Dog looks like he is ready to take over Detroit. And they've had some epic content and epic clips. I know the heavyweights, they're part of their intro features their opening day madness. So
a big part of their intro. But that is the perfect way to just encapsulate what the heavyweights are. An opening day shenanigans and extravaganza, and that is the heavyweights, particularly Spencer Raxter, because he is a level above even Easy.
Oh, shit.
In terms of partying and whatnot. But Brady. I think I forgot my one that you gave me, so I might need another one of those. But
there was some interesting things they said there, and I like the way that this team has at least battled, man, at the plate. Hey, thank you, brother. Shout out to Brady.
Shout out Brady. And shout out me being a dipshit and leaving mine at home. But anywho, Dr. Dipshit. Anywho, go ahead.
No, I said I've liked the way that this team has battled at the plate, and similar to what our booth, the elite booth of KG and JBSmooovv are talking about. This team is surprising, and that's where I'm expecting this squad to be a team that can't hover around 500 until they get healthy. When you're talking about that, am I encouraged? I saw some things that make me believe they can actually go and kind of have a lot more of those handle your business games than not.
And there's a lot of context to this 2-4 start.
Yeah.
The Dodgers are the best team in baseball. And I get it. At least there's the one game, I believe it was game 2 of the series, where there was a questionable call on that Riley Greene, what we thought was a go-ahead RBI, and then they gave up a
got
2.
Screwed,
and then but they did give up a 2-run lead in extras, which you can't do that. You feel like you should have taken one from them, but the Dodgers are the best team in baseball. It's not even close at this point. Although their division mate, I think the Padres are undefeated too, which is bad luck for them. Jeez. But when you look at the Dodgers across the board, they got Ohtani, they've got Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, Teoscar Hernandez, and oh, by the way, Will Smith, Michael Conforto, and Tommy Edman have OPSs of over 1,000.
Your favorite player, Tommy Edman.
Well, Tommy Edman leads them in if Tommy Edman leads them in home runs, and Shohei and Mookie and Freddie are balling, the Dodgers are an absolute juggernaut. And oh, by the way, Dustin May and Tyler Glasnow pitched shutout ball. Yes. And they're actually healthy and pitching well. The rest of the MLB is screwed if all of that happens. And we all know what Blake Snell can do and Yamamoto. Their bullpen has been lights out. So I'm not going to get mad at the Tigers getting swept by the Dodgers because the Tigers just get in line. It happened to the Cubs, who are supposed to be a good team, and it happened to the Braves, who have gotten off to a slow start, but you think that they're probably going to be a good team. As far as that last series goes, obviously that last game, I know, and this is where a lot of people are going to try to dunk on me. Everybody is blaming the defense. And obviously Colt Keith, why are you looking to second? I understand that. Just a throw the ball to first, and we know that fly ball. Parker Meadows camps under that. We all know that. But my issue with that game is that the Tigers only scored 2 runs. And last season, I've got a power stat of power stats. Are you guys ready for this one? Last year, when the Tigers scored 2 runs or fewer, they were 10-44.
That is puke.
Yeah.
That's just, it's not a recipe to win. So obviously, Colt Keith's got to be better at second. You don't love having Kreidler in center, but you kind of have no choice at this point. But the Tigers' bats didn't show up enough either, unfortunately. They were 1-9 with runners in scoring position. Hopefully, a lot of that can be remedied today. But I'm not putting I've seen a little bit too much, and Broder, you're going to appreciate this if you're watching. I've seen a little bit too much Colt Keith slander. People are even saying send him to AAA, and I'm like, whoa. Come on. Hold your horses there. Because I will say one thing about Colt Keith that you know that I love. His batting average is low, but his on-base percentage is 440. Yeah, the man's taking 7 walks.
But he does have to do better against velocity, though. He got to be able to turn fastballs. He only had the 1 double in the Seattle series, so hopefully he can get better. I wouldn't sit him down just yet, but hopefully he can get better.
Spin Dog is tapped in already, man.
Yeah, yeah.
I see the koozie, and I see the other extracurricular activity going on.
Pass that shit, dog.
Tapped in, boy. It's opening day. Woo!
Yes, and shout Broder, thank you, Flannel, in all caps.
Yep.
Colt Keith will be fine. I absolutely love his approach at the plate. And for the record, coming into the season, and Spencer Raxter mentioned this on Heavyweights, Colt Keith was never supposed to play second base. And again, there's no you can't look to second there with 2 outs. I get it. That was bad. But I think he, as an individual, made up for it. And obviously the base running in the 9th, it could have been better. But at the same time, bases loaded 1 out. Somebody's got to get a hit. And obviously, and McKinstry and Baez, not the people you want up at that rate. They just couldn't get it done.
And I'm looking forward to this team, doing more than just treading water. But I'm going to still use that term because you're missing some big pieces right now due to injury. But I am expecting for a lot of internal growth as well. For the Tigers to get better 2 ways this season. When you get your healthy players back and what your players here, like a Colt Keith, that you're expecting to step up and play a big part in this team making another postseason run, I'm expecting that. Similar to the hottest team in Detroit sports right now, in the Detroit Pistons, the way they started versus where they were after about December or January 1st, they had some players come back from injury, and they had some players, the young players, like a Jalen Duren, step up. And that's where I'm hoping this team, and they have a good shot at this, has Colt Keith in a position, as well as some of these other younger players, to get hot 20, 30 games into the season rather than all the pressure being on them right now.
Yep, and the best remedy to getting through a time when you're not as healthy as you would like to be, and that's an understatement, is playing the White Sox. And another great remedy is
Chicago.
And we're going to talk about it coming on the other side of the break. The 1-1s are not the problem at all. They are stepping up and actually playing like 1-1s.
Who would have thought?
And we are going to discuss that when we come back. I know WeezyD313, you're going to love this because you've been on the Mize and Torque train at the beginning. But WeezyD313, who leads the Tigers in home runs right now? Look at the stat. It's the man you call Singlio. We're going to talk about him later, too. But I got to tell you about Mad Packs.
Mad Packs.
It says Spenmo Rax is here to tell you. Spenmo Rax is here to talk. No, Flannel Sam is here to talk to you about Mad Packs.
White Claw flannel loading.
Mad Packs is the hottest new cannabis brand, and they are partnering with Woodward Sports. You know what that means. I am going to be feeling good for open.
It's opening day now. He's already feeling good, everybody.
Mad Packs is going to take your game to the next level. High-low is getting you high for the low, delivering top-tier quality at unbeatable prices. Boom shakalaka is a live resident.
Wait, does it actually say that?
Tarantula.
No,
The
it
one,
actually says
this
that. I
one,
read it
the
yesterday.
bomb. Blizzard Packs, THCA moon rocks that hit like a blizzard. Coming to select retailers in May 2025. Stay tuned with Woodward Sports Network for all the latest updates.
Got people looking at you.
Listen, I'm not sure who, but somebody let the Tigers get hot.
The Detroit Tigers are locked and loaded for another great summer in Detroit. And it all starts downtown at the biggest home opener party in the city. Join Woodward Sports at Grand Slam Festival as we take over the Detroit Opera House parking lot. A big-ass tent for a big-ass Detroit party. Get your tickets now at GrandSlamFestival.com or follow Woodward Sports on X and IG for your chance to get in for free. Party across from Comerica Park and hear the roar as the Tigers take the field for the first time in 2025. DJs, food trucks, bartenders, live broadcasts, and more. See you for the Tigers' first home game of the season, April 4th at the Grand Slam Festival with Detroit's biggest party animals, Woodward Sports. Thank you to all the fans for making Woodward Sports your #1 online destination for Detroit sports. We promise not to drop the ball.
On that, and just real quick, bro, side note, because online, dog, I've never appreciated the rap that the spinner belt got. Most people,
it was a time back then.
yeah, like most people like absolutely hate it. They say it's a toy belt. The WWE were biting off of hip-hop culture at that time.
Heavy.
They kind of made Cena the face of, you know, just this rap icon that's a wrestler, and you know he's gonna take over the scene and stuff like that.
Males wearing do-rags.
Exactly, like, but right, even do-rag Vince, bro, like they left it way too long. I absolutely agree with the fact that after 2008, 2009, you should have probably retired it around then. It shouldn't have made it to 2013, 2014. But just the outright hating, people calling it a toy belt, and it was just, it's the worst championship ever made.
You can call it a toy belt, whatever, but I guarantee you a lot of you had this belt.
Yeah, like
had this belt at home, regardless if.
Detroit, get ready. It's opening day. And you already know the vibes in the city are immaculate. You want to join Woodward Sports down at the Detroit Opera House for the biggest party in the city, man. We got Comerica Park just over our right shoulder, so we're right in the middle of the action, and you guys need to be here as well. The outdoor tent party, it's going to be heated. It's going to have the drinks flowing. The smoke clouds are going to be rising, and the party's not going to stop. This is all brought to you by Jars Cannabis, Mad Packs, and White Claw. And our broadcast, WSN broadcast, is going all day. White Claw flannel is already here. It's no longer loading. Spinny is already tapped in, so you already know the heavyweights are going to be live and lit. So I'm telling you guys, one more time, you don't want to miss out. Get your tickets if you haven't already. GrandSlamDetroit.com. Shout out to all of those also that won tickets and passes to be down here. Woodward Sports Open today, brought to you by Jars Cannabis, White Claw, and Mad Packs.
boom shakalaka.
Boom shakalaka. Woo! I got my Raleigh towel. About to go and beat on Chicago, man. It's a great day for baseball.
Yes.
It's feeling good out here. Is it chilly, Flannel Sam?
Yes, it's chilly.
Very much so.
But I'm hanging in there. I'm a pro's pro, and I'm hanging in there, and I'm good.
A pro's pro. And, you know, I don't think that there's any better sports town in America than Detroit. Woodward Avenue, all 4 sports teams play on the same block. And you know what's also number one? Some one-of-ones that the Detroit Tigers have the courtesy of employing, and that's Mize, Spencer Torkelson.
Hey, as we all know, Spencer Torkelson and Mize have not lived up to their draft status coming into this year. That's obvious. Everybody would agree with it. But this season, at least so far, in a very small sample size, particularly for Mize, who only made 1 start, The 1-1s are playing like 1-1s. They're not just being serviceable. They're not just being MLB players. They're both playing great. And with Spencer Torkelson, I understand that lately, I think he's won for his last 12. But over the totality of the first 6 games, he has a batting average over 300 and an OPS of 990.
Jeez.
We would have given anything for that to start the year. And we all know how he started the season very, very strong, particularly on the opening day game against the Dodgers, not swinging at any bad pitches and hammering the mistake. I love his approach at the plate. You're seeing that patience that he showed more in the minor leagues and at Arizona State. I understand he's struggled a little bit in the past couple of games in particular, but he looks different. He doesn't look lost like he did at the beginning of last year when he ended up getting sent down. Love to see Spencer Torkelson actually playing like a 1-1, and I hope that he can keep this up throughout the year. And the default thing with all of this is that you're facing White Sox pitching at this series, so look for Spencer Torkelson to you know what? I'm calling for 1 torque bomb in this series. Just one. And that's not a crazy prediction, by the way. 1 torque bomb.
And you know what? The way he's saying that, I wouldn't be surprised if there were 2 out of torque. And, you know, you're saying a lot of good things that about torque that we also saw some remnants of towards the second half of last season.
Sure.
And he played an instrumental role in this Detroit Tigers team, being one of the best teams, if not the best team in all of baseball the last 40 games of the season. And I remember, KG, there was a point in time where you were like, you know what? I think we're done with torque.
Yeah.
But after that run, you were like, you know what? I'm willing to see what's happening, but he got to make something happen. And just like Parker Meadows when he went down to Toledo and came back and it just looked like everything was figured out mentally, Spencer Torkelson has looked at like that, not just this season, but going back to last year, he looked like it was a little different approach at the plate. This year, he looks confident in his approach at the plate. Not like he's trying to figure things out anymore.
Yeah.
As if he has everything figured out. And you hope that it continues because the Detroit Tigers are going to absolutely need that, not just for now while they're trying to tread the injury waters, but even when they do get healthy, and we saw that last year.
Yeah, and let's be clear, it wasn't just me or, some of us saying that. The Tigers went out there in the media and kind of put pressure on Spencer Torkelson. They needed him to perform. And listen, we all know that, he came back from AAA last year. And, he struggled a little bit, but he was able to come on at the end of the year. He contributed, but in the playoffs, he kind of tailed off.
Yeah.
So, but this year, he seems to have made a lot of changes. He seems to have humbled himself in a lot of ways, worked on his stance, just some of his approaches at the plate. And you can see it. Like, it's a clear change that he's made, and it's working for him. And I love how people bring up the 0-12. The man was on a 5-game hit streak. So, listen, you're not going to go out there every single game and get a knock or a homer or whatever, but as long as he can just keep that confident approach at the plate, that's what you want to see, because more times than not, he'll be able to put some balls in play.
Hey, speaking of which, Neil Rule is in the chat.
God.
Shout out Neil. He's going to be here 11-1.
Neil starting early, huh?
Torkelson, 1 for 12 with 6 Ks in his last 3 games. Is he back? So even better than back. And as KG said, in the totality of 6 games, his OPS is 990.
Yeah,
you would take that 100 times out of 100. At this point, as KG was saying, what do you want him to do? Hit 500 with a 1,300 OPS in the first 6 games? Spencer Torkelson's been fine. And I will admit, I was somebody who did not expect much from him. I was about ready to, throw some dirt on his Tigers grave. But at least in these first 6 games, he has showed out, and he's been the 1-1 that we really are going to need him to be if the Tigers are going to continue to tread water with all of the injuries. And I like what I see at the plate because the numbers tell you that it's different, but your eyes also tell you that it's different. He is a more confident hitter, I think, right now than he's really ever been.
And that's what makes this one for his last 12 a little bit, that to me makes it a little bit different. I'm looking forward to seeing what Spencer Torkelson and this Tigers team is going to be from a standpoint of resiliency. Can they bounce back? Is he going to have an opportunity to go and say, you know what, I'm not shaking mentally, because that's what's kept Spencer Torkelson down his entire career. When you go into a slump, is it inception where you try to get out, but now you find yourself another layer deeper? But with how he's looked at the plate this year, I expect him to be able to bounce back from this, because you're right. Baseball is a very, very, very fickle sport. And you'll go through some cold streaks. We've seen some of the best players in Tigers uniforms do this. So with Torkelson, we know that the foundation is there. Obviously, being a number 1 draft pick, we know that the skill set, the tools are there. And the one thing that all of us has wondered is he just not a player where it's translating to the big leagues, or is it a situation where he just has to get his mind right? And that's where, if it is more mental than what I believe to be, I believe it's more mental than skill. That's why I'm confident in them. Players progress. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer for a player to figure it out, but this is that time where Tork is going to have to really, really bear down, block out the noise, and continue to be, over the last stretch of almost 50 games now, 45, 50 games, one of the more positive Detroit Tigers.
Absolutely. And speaking of 1-1s, I got to ask you this, KG. Has Casey Mize's splitter ever looked better than in that last start?
It has not. You ain't seen that boy look like that since he came into the league, man. No, it's good to see Casey Mize, get back on that bandwagon. And y'all know, like, last year, I was accepting of anything that he gave us. I was just like, let's give him the year. Let's let him figure it out. He's battled a lot of injuries, hasn't really had the repetition to go in there and be a consistent pitcher in this league. But ever since the start of this spring training, man, he's come out and he looks like he has a plan. He's executing his pitches, and it's not just the splitter. His fastball look good, slider look good. Most of the pitches in his repertoire seem to be pretty spot on right now. And we all know that he has the stuff. That was never in question with him. It was just the durability. Could he stay healthy? And I think going forward, we will see a better Casey Mize.
No, let's be honest. Health has always been the biggest issue when it comes to Casey Mize. He had a Tommy John and then an injury after that, which made his recovery process even longer. And then last year, on some sort of cosmic terrible luck, he caught a pop fly and ended up on the 60-day IL. And that's why when there's usually a high pop-up, you don't want pitchers fielding it. Like, any corner infielder or catcher will usually call the pitcher off, and, hey, that's probably why. But Casey Mize, the fact that he's healthy, you're seeing, and this is what I alluded to with Spencer Torkelson that I'm going to allude to even more with Casey Mize. It's not just that he went out there and looked serviceable. It's not that he just went out there and gave you 5 innings of a pretty good ball. He went out there and gave you 5 2/3 of 1-hit, 0-run baseball.
Yes.
He not only looked good, he looked like a 1-1. He looked like he has that electric stuff that the Tigers saw when they drafted him number 1 overall, and he was hitting his spots. He had great command. It was just a beautiful thing to watch. He looked like an ace out there, and I know I'm probably going a little bit too far with that. We need to see him do it more consistently, but Casey Mize, he's just so talented and got so much in his repertoire. And if he can be a guy who gives you, I called for maybe an ERA under 4. Even if it's 3.80, you would take that 100 times out of 100. But what if he can be even better than that? I hope that last start is indicative of more of what he'll be throughout the season.
Yeah, and that's the real interesting and tantalizing part with these Detroit Tigers. You're talking about a team that came off of a playoff run. You're talking about a team that A.J. Hinch, he's instilled a different level of confidence in these players. Some of these guys are just looking confident, both pitchers, batters, and I do believe that that's going to play a big dividends for this Tigers team. They know that they're winners. They know that they have an opportunity to battle with the top of the AL Central because they took them to 7 games last year, and that's where when you do have a pitcher like a Casey Mize, when you're talking about this team trying to do more than just tread water, especially if they have aspirations of going further and accomplishing more than they did last year, that's where Casey Mize, being this good, gives you an opportunity, honestly, to win a whole lot more games than just treading 500. They're not playing the Dodgers every single game.
Oh, no, absolutely not. In fact, they probably played the hardest series that they'll play all year to start the season, and that's certainly encouraging. Certainly this one that they're about to play is going to be easier, but Crazy Clown in the chat, it's Casey's second year back from Tommy John, and last year was a freak accident. He has Cy Young Award in him.
He got the type of stuff to get that.
Right. No, I understand. I understand.
Right, let him live.
That was from Crazy Clown and not me. And obviously, I'm not willing to say Cy Young at this point. But if every single start he has I'm kidding. That's obviously not going to happen. But he's got the stuff. He's got the command. Javi's
damn right, he is.
Spencer Raxter, Javi's hitting 300. He is hitting 300, 3 for 10, right?
Yeah.
3 for 10 on the season.
Wow, shout
shout
out.
out.
Is he? Hey, Javi, watch KG.
He's back.
Is he back?
He's back. Praise Javier.
Is Neil still in the chat?
Think about this, guys. Javi Baez, 300 average. Spencer Torkelson, 990 OPS. Casey Mize, ERA of 0.00.
It's a dream season.
Dream season.
Dream
2 and 4.
season.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Dream
I
season.
feel like you can lean into the, a little bit more of the belief in these players because you're not talking about, lower drafted, lower expected players. You're talking players that came in with some higher expectations. And so to see them starting to get it right now, I do believe in that a little bit more. Obviously, like we keep saying with baseball, it's something that you have to see continue. But out of what I saw to Spencer Torkelson last year, out of what we know with Casey Mize, and it largely being can you stay healthy to better aid in the development of a pitcher with the stuff that he has, that's where I am confident in these players as long as they're out there on the field.
Well, speaking of players that came in with higher expectations than the ones that we just mentioned, Tigers had 2 All-Stars last year, and so far when it comes to both of those players, it's been a bit of a mixed bag.
Yeah.
More good than bad, but we'll talk about it on the other side of the break. But first, I got to tell you about Jars. All right, Woodward sports fans, whether you're hitting a game or simply just chilling, Jars Cannabis has you covered. Jars is home to Michigan's largest lineup of rec cannabis products. They got 27 locations across the state, repping Michigan in a big way. 9 locations are right in Metro Detroit, so there's always one nearby. And if you're in Grand Rapids, Madison Heights, or Milan, get ready. New stores are coming your way soon. Go to charscannabis.com to see where you can get your favorite product today.
Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer, is kicking off the game with the best prices on all cars, trucks, and SUVs, like this 2024 Silverado for just $296 a month, or this 2025 Equinox for as low as $371 a month. Our locations in Novi, Highland, New Hudson, Livonia, and Lansing means we have the perfect Chevy right in your backyard. Get the home team advantage every day at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
The bats are hot, and the weather is getting hotter. Summertime in the D with Detroit's big hitters, Woodward Sports. Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon, and Ermanni and Edwards with Maz Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
Detroit! Hey, shout out Donnie Comedy. Hey, get ready. Tigers opening day is here. Join Woodward Sports for the biggest and the best party in the D, man. We're at the Detroit Opera House, right in the middle of the action for Detroit Tigers opening day and this tent party that you guys want to be a part of. We got the crew down here. We got the heavyweights on the loose. White Claw Flannel is here. It's no longer loading. Hey, KG, Kavasi. Hey, we even got Brady in the building over here. Hey, Spin Dog. How many are you on now? 2, 3? Three. Spin Dog, man. So you guys want to get down here. You don't want to miss any of this action. Brought to you by Jars Cannabis, Mad Packs, and White Claw. The drinks are flowing. The clouds are already rising, and the party is not going to stop because you already know how we do it in the city. WSN broadcasts are going all day, so don't miss out. Get your tickets, if you haven't already, at GrandSlamDetroit.com. Woodward Sports Opening Day, brought to you again by Jars Cannabis, Mad Packs, and White Claw. Man, you know what? The sun being out right now, it just peaks just over this tent. It's feeling a little bit warmer, man.
Oh, yeah, it's feeling a little bit warmer.
Not at all.
Not at all?
I don't know about that.
Yeah,
they're disappointed in me.
Spencer's got
I was told we would have a heated tent.
Spencer's got a short sleeve shirt, man, making us all look like a bunch of pussies.
Hey, you know what? Flannel is on drink number 3 already. I mean, Spin Dog is on drink number 3. I'm sorry.
On drink 3? Damn.
One.
Oh, man. Hey, you couldn't ask to be anywhere better than right here, man. And Woodward Avenue, it's going to be electric. I'm just looking around again. All the food trucks. I already know when Willie B gets a break, we definitely going to go down and do some content over there at the food trucks. But Flannel Sam, yes. I know you want to tell the people about a couple players, including One of your godsons. I think Spinny has on one of his jerseys as well.
Absolutely. Last year, as we know, the best players on the Tigers were Tarik Skubal and Riley Greene. You know how we know? Obviously, because Tarik Skubal was the Cy Young winner, and Riley Greene and Tarik Skubal were both rewarded, deservingly so, with spots on the All-Star team. And I wanted to just take a second to check in on them, because their road, and I don't even want to say they, I would say more Tarik Skubal, but their road as a whole has not been quite as smooth as the 1-1s. Let's start with Tarik Skubal. Obviously, Skubal's numbers right now do look a little alarming. An 0-2 record with a 5.91 ERA. That is certainly not what we were expecting from Tarik Skubal in the first couple of starts. No. However, there is a lot of context behind that. Let's start with his first start, which we've already been over before, but I want to revisit it again. Obviously, he wasn't his best. He wasn't sharp enough to navigate that Dodgers lineup unscathed, and unfortunately, he gave up a big shot to Teoscar Hernandez for a 3-run home run. That was the big blow in the game. You don't like to see that happen, but it is the Dodgers, and like I said, Tarik Skubal was not quite the Tarik Skubal that we saw last year. The start against Seattle, that's where we really get down into the nitty-gritty.
No.
You know how I've been a little bit more lenient when it comes to Colt Keith when I talk about the reason why the Tigers lost that game. I think Colt Keith is getting too much blame. But when it comes to the reason why Tarik Skubal's numbers don't look better, Colt Keith deserves a lot of that blame. If he just fields that ball and throws it to first, Tarik Skubal gets out of that inning with no damage. If Parker Meadows is playing in center field instead of Ryan Kreidler, Tarik Skubal gets out of that inning with no damage. Obviously, we hate to see him give up a home run to a guy like Dylan Moore, who, by the way, I like him more than most. The man does get on base, but you certainly don't want to give up solo shots to him. But at the end of the day, Tarik Skubal should have really only been charged with 1 earned run. That was an error on Colt Keith without it being an error. I don't know. The scoring system was, I guess technically it's not an error, but it was a Colt Keith gaffe, which left the door open for the Mariners to score 2 runs in that inning.
And for me, I do wonder how worried or concerned people aren't with a Skubal, because he's going to be one of the least of my concerns. Skubal would have to be doing this well into the season, well into halfway through the season for me to have any type of concern, but you still got to talk about it, because if Scoobs was Scoobs, we're talking about a Detroit Tigers team that's probably going in the opening day above 500. And you want him to always be the reason why your team has an opportunity to win, and it's the reason why we say pay that man the bag. But when you do call out the context the way that you do, it brings shout out to Spin Dog. Spinny is already on one. He's starting to wave right now, man, back there. Shout out to Spin Dog. But you know what, man? Spinny got me already. Hold on. Shout out to Spinny with the vibes. When you're talking about what Scoobs brings to the plate, man, I do believe that he's going to be one that has it figured out, man.
Yeah, he's going to be fine. I'm not worried at all. That last start, I thought he was fine.
But it shows the pressure, though, that Broder was talking about with these pitchers, what they face. Is the run support going to be there? Is the defense going to be there? And what type of pressure or stress that's putting on you? And I was glad when we broke this stuff down last year, because we talked about the fact that this pitching staff was pitching lights out. But what goes into this mentally when you're stepping out there on the mound? He says, no, there's a lot of pressure on you when you're thinking that you have to be perfect every single game. And instead, for me, this is the year of, can the other people pick up Skubal? Can the team, can the bats, can the other pitchers, can the defense behind them, can they choose to be just a little bit better rather than us needing Skubal to go out there and pitch the one-run gem every single time?
Well, and this is where I think people are overreacting to one thing in particular. I understand that at the end of last season, and at parts even at the beginning, it seemed like you had to win every single Skubal start. Even though when it was the pitching chaos, it actually was working splendidly. I think it was always more narrative than truth. In the playoffs, it certainly was truth. I'm not trying to deny that. But when it comes to this year, you've got Casey Mize, who just pitched a gem. You've got Jack Flaherty back. You've got Reese Olson, who's healthy as of right now, knock on wood. You've got Jackson Jobe, who is very, very talented and showed a lot of good things in his only start. I don't think that it's imperative that the Tigers have to win every single Tarik Skubal start. They should have won the last one. I will give you that. The run support wasn't there. The defense wasn't necessarily up to par with two people failing to make plays that are really kind of playing out of position in Colt Keith and Ryan Kreidler. But I think Tarik Skubal is going to be fine, and I don't think that he should feel as much pressure as he did last year. As a competitor, I know he wants to win every single time. I know he wants to throw 7-inning shutouts every single time, but I don't think it's imperative that the Tigers have to win every single Skubal start. I mean, the Tigers are tied in a 5-way tie for first place, for crying out loud. Everything's okay.
The good old AL Central. And,
yeah.
And with Scoobs, I like the fact that he wants to go out there and dominate every single start. And especially when you think about the good pitching that we've had here that's fallen short of winning a World Series. I do believe Tarik Skubal is a guy who not only wants to dominate every start, but also have, bring a certain aspect of winning back here that some of the great pitchers that's worn the Old English D, they weren't even able to do. They got close, but they weren't able to necessarily punch that ticket home. And that's what I took away from Skubal in last year's playoffs, where I do believe he got gas, man. He ran out of gas in that Cleveland Guardians series. And this year, though, you're right. When you look at the pitching around him, when you look at kind of what the bats are doing right now, he's going to have some help. And mentally, I'm hoping that allows him to go in and focus on dominating rather than feeling like he has to be perfect. Because one of the things that JV could really do, and Skubal does this well. He just did it. Who cares if you give up a home run? Who cares if you give up a hit? Go back, lock in, and dial in and dominate the rest of the day. And there were games even when JV would give up even a 7-hitter or an 8-hitter.
Yeah.
And he was still so dominant. And that's where I do believe Skubal is going to be one of those guys where as long as the team behind him, especially defensively, is playing decent. I'm not even asking for lights out or great, just decent. Skubal's going to still be that guy that's getting you more wins than not.
Hey, speaking of that guy, got to talk about Riley Greene as well. My favorite Tiger, my favorite player, got himself a nice 296 batting average right now, and is the team leader in home runs for everybody who was questioning whether or not he was going to bring the
big plays coming.
He was going to bring the
boom. Set it up.
No, Riley Greene, I will say this. In both of the Seattle Mariners wins, in both games, Riley Greene provided the only power. And it was opposite field power, which you love to see. Anybody can turn on a pitch and pull one to, in his case, right field because he's a lefty. But the opposite field power that he is showing, I absolutely love that. The way that he hit those home runs makes me even more encouraged that he's going to build off of his All-Star season and have another one. And I called before the year for him to get some AL MVP votes, and I haven't wavered on that. And right now, his OPS, let me look that up really quick, is 926. Which is amazing, which is a pace that was higher than what his final total last year was of 827, albeit in a small sample size. If there's one thing that gives me a little bit of cause for pause when it comes to Riley Greene's season so far, and I haven't looked into every single at-bat to see if there were more opportunities to. I should probably do that this weekend, but Riley Greene hasn't walked yet. What really made me fall in love with him as a player is I thought that Riley Greene would be, and he showed it throughout the last couple of years, the guy with the best plate discipline, the guy that didn't swing at bad pitches, that would take his walks and be a high on-base guy. So far, he hasn't been that this year, but he has provided the power, and he has hit the ball very, very well. So I'm not worried at all about Riley Greene. I would just like to see him get on base a little bit more than he has.
Yeah, definitely, especially when you're talking about treading water and inconsistency. But Riley Greene, these are players that we're talking about that are bona fide all-stars, and I believe he's going to follow that up again this year. And my question to you, though, Flannel Sam, is he already off at a pace right now better than what you expected? Sometimes the bats take a little bit longer to warm up at the start of the season, and with Riley Greene, I'm just not concerned or worried at all. I feel like, you know what, the aspect of seeing the plate to the point of getting those walks, that's going to be there at some point in time this season. And with a guy like with Riley Greene, sometimes I feel like maybe he's locked into the point where he's trying to make sure he gets that big hit. He's trying to make sure he can get that big home run. And as you find that balance throughout the season, that's where you're going to see a lot more walks start to show up as well.
Yeah, no, I'm not. If you would have told me at the beginning of the year through the first 6 games this was the Riley Greene you were going to see, I would have taken it 100 times out of 100 because it's a little alarming to me that he hasn't walked yet, but I'm not worried. I think that he's going to end the season as a high on-base guy as he's been throughout his entire career.
Which ultimately matters.
It matters big time, and I think that there's going to be a lot of cases where he sees mistakes and he turns on them to hit home runs to right field. Those opposite field ones, those are ones, at least in his first couple of years when he was good but more injury prone. I don't know if he hits those ones out. That's development to me. That's getting better. He hasn't even entered, at least by his age and by his years in the league, his prime yet, or what we think his prime is going to be. So he might be getting better every single year.
Yeah, because read off the stats for the start of the year for Riley Greene once again.
All right, Riley Greene has a 296 average. He leads the team in home runs with 2, and his OPS, even though his on base isn't great, 926, which is excellent.
If you're talking about a player, how these bats try to figure it out to start the season, that's why I asked you the question. That to me is a great start. I think back to how this offense has sputtered to start seasons, and now you have a Riley Greene who's going out there right now, and at the very least, if he's leading your team in home runs, it's 2 through 6 games. If he's going out there and putting up, sometimes I wonder, hey, these guys get out to those kind of 230, 250, 260 batting averages. He's going out there and he's putting the bat on the ball, and where he's gotten some opportunities to, he's knocked it out the park. And KG, got to ask you too, man, especially with these two players we're talking about. Where are you at with these starts to the seasons for these guys? Are you surprised at all with the starts of the season? Well, especially with the Riley Greene.
I'm going to save a little breath on Skubal. We all know what that is. I mean, he going to be okay. And if you need a case in point, think back to Justin Verlander. He did the same things, you know, but once the season gets going, once he gets loose, he'll go out there and he'll pitch the gems that we know he can pitch.
No surprise, no worry.
As far as Riley Greene, and Flano, around, I think it was that third game in the Dodgers series, I told you, I was like, hey, your boy got to step up a little bit. I like him too. I've never hated him, but if he's going to be the best hitter on this team, and technically you're 1A, you're going to need a little bit more from him. And I don't think that's too much to ask, considering he just came off an all-star appearance this last season. So he'll come into form. He's already hitting pretty good. It's still very, very early in the year. He's seeing, adjusting to the major league pitching and, just getting back acclimated. But I guarantee you he will be right up there leading the team in probably OPS, on-plate percentage. And he'll go out there, he'll hit some home runs. Hopefully he can get over 30, because that's kind of where I see him needing to get at. But overall, so far, so good. There's no worry with either of those guys.
Yeah, definitely. One of the things I definitely wanted to ask as well, before we get into the breakdown of the game, is just some of those X factors that have impressed you guys to start the season. Because this Tigers team is doing some good things, though there's a lot more you want to see with the runners in scoring position. But, obviously to see what Margot has done to start the season, obviously in that Dodgers series, I know one of the players that stands out defensively, at least, is Kreidler. One of the players that Flannel said, well, you got to play him out there. But I just wanted to be able to get you guys to take away on some of your X factors to start this season for the Tigers.
Obviously, the biggest one has got to be Dylan Dingler. He's hitting the cover off of the ball. He's actually leading the team in OPS right now, a torrid 1.417. Hey, certainly something that we didn't expect, and I think moving forward, he might have to take some starts from your all's favorite, Rake Rogers.
Look,
I'm just saying.
I didn't expect the Dingler bang, but I will take it.
Oh, absolutely. He's been
Kool-Aid, you got people looking at you, bro.
Yeah, man.
They don't know what that means.
Chill with that.
and
big pause, bro.
And I will say this about
happy opening day, people.
And Dylan Dingler, his season should actually be better than it is because, and this is where I have to knock on Colt Keith again, his bad base running cost Dylan Dingler a game-tying RBI. Should have had that one, but at the end of the day, Dylan Dingler is doing his job. I would say Justin Henry Malloy as well.
Yes.
Started the season in the minors, which I think was a mistake, but now he's here. He can at least hit the baseball. I know that he can't field. I know that they're going to struggle to find places for him at times, but I think his hitting, if he can hit like he has been, if he can parlay what he did in the playoffs to how he started the season, I think he could be a very valuable piece on that team. So right now, yeah, Dingler and Justin Henry Malloy, those are some X factors for how they started and moving forward.
Man, are you twitching a little bit there? I see him there.
Right. He hears the music.
Just turned
Nicky
on.
just turned on.
Hey, sheesh.
There we go.
Yeah.
There it goes. I'm
My
ready,
favorite Nicky
man. It feels like it got a little bit warmer.
I'm feeling like the the vibration.
Hey, you know what? Shout out to DJ Choff as well, who's going to be one of the DJs down here spinning on the ones and twos.
Shout out.
Hey, 4 years in a row, man, been able to get down here at these tent parties and see these guys and these great DJs. DJ Godfather is going to be in the building. Come down to this tent party and just hold it down in the middle of the city. There is no better place to be to kick off your Detroit Tigers opening day than right here. But
right.
KG, man, some of them X factors.
I took all the good ones, didn't I?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Are we talking about just for the season in general or just for this series?
Yeah, just overall.
Oh, okay.
And the series. If you want to zero in on the series. No, we're getting into the series, but overall.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So far.
Overall, is somebody that's not with the team right now is Gleyber Torres. Gleyber Torres has come in, early in the season. I know it's only the first few games that he played before he got hurt, but he went out there and provided another source of power for this team. He was making good plays on the base pass and stuff. So I think Gleyber Torres has been a good addition so far. And when he comes back, you just want him to continue to go out there, put the bat on the ball, make plays, and, just be solid at second base. I know defensively he's not going to make every play, but overall he's better than what Cole Keefe is out there, and I think we all know that. So.
Yeah, Gleyber Torres, he started the year strong. I was very disappointed to see him on the IL, and honestly, him not being in the lineup at least for the next week plus or so at minimum, it might cost the Tigers a win or two. He's a good player. He's a professional hitter. He's a guy who's had many, many great seasons, and he's very good against lefties. So it's unfortunate. I will just say that.
You want my sneaky prediction?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He's going to get his third All-Star this year.
Torres? Ooh. Okay. I don't hate that. Got to get back on the field, though. Probably before the end of April.
You're not healthy, please.
You're not a Cole Keith truther, huh?
No, it's no offense to Cole Keefe. I just think Gleyber Torres he's providing for this team something that they've needed. So, no.
I'm ready to see this team just get it, especially after making the playoffs. They pushed the Guardians to the limit, man.
Yeah.
I feel that. The notion between, okay, you want to see some of these players develop, but if you got some players that you're telling me can be all-star level, then almost, again, the reference to Pistons, hey, if you got to put some people on that Rod Holland development, hey, take some bench or take some time to get right.
Yeah.
Without all of the pressure being on you, I'm fine with that process.
I'm glad you brought up the Pistons because we are at the point in the Tigers' development where I feel like they need to start taking that next step, kind of like the Pistons have done. A lot of those young players, they've been on losing teams, but this year you saw growth. You saw, a jump in development for this team, and that's kind of what I want to see with the Tigers, especially with the core players. We seen what this team can do. They got in the playoffs by a miracle, but when they got in the playoffs, they held it down. Let's not kid ourselves, and I think that only helped them, and at this point, they just need to start taking that next step.
Side note, we might be getting K back tonight against the Raptors.
Oh, yeah.
Saw that.
Oh,
There's
okay.
that, so.
I saw that. He was upgraded.
Would absolutely.
It's time.
I would love to see that. I wouldn't be mad if he sits tonight and comes back Saturday, but I would like to see him get a couple more games before the playoffs starts. I don't want him cold for the playoffs.
And one more thing, we are going to have some boots on the ground. We are. April 10th, WUW Crew's going to be in the building, so I can't wait. I can't wait, man. Travis is even going to drive down and
hey, shout out Big Trav.
Definitely, man. We get to see K Cunningham in action against a playoff team before the playoffs get going, and then we're going to do something down here. Something down here for the playoffs. It's going to be lit, man.
Absolutely. And I got to read this one because it's so accurate before we go to break. Dirty Dr. D, Club Sam loading. Dude's going to be bumming cigs by the end of the show.
Yeah, I swear.
For those of you who don't know.
Oh, yeah.
And
you got cigarettes?
Spinny's ready, dog.
I am
Spinny's ready, dog.
Hey! You got a fucking shot?
Look at Spinny, dog.
You got a shot already.
God damn.
It's never too early. Talk to him, Span.
First shot of the day. Got to do it. I got that Don Julio Reposado. Shout out to my baby in the VIP tent. She's been hooking me up for a couple years now.
Okay, Span.
All right. Opening day for the Tigers, baby. It's the best day of the year in Detroit. I'm freezing my dick hole off, but it doesn't matter because you get the liquor coat. You're feeling good. Come down here, have a good time with the boys, all right? Opening day, no one does it better than Detroit. Here's to Detroit. Here's to the Tigers. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Pussy ain't pizza, so don't eat the crust.
You motherfucking
Hey,
right.
whoa. Hey,
Let's
Spenny,
go, baby.
Do you think your baby could hook me up with a shot?
I got you.
Okay.
I got you.
Do you think your baby? My dog, Spinny, man.
But the
Spinny
thing
different,
is,
bro.
people
Spinny different.
people have no idea when
Let's
I
rock, man.
get too many drinks in me, I crave cigarettes. I don't smoke them. I never smoke them. But when I drink too much, I'm like a fiend for. Hey, me and Spedia shared a couple cigarettes outside of the Lady Jane's Christmas party back in the day. That was a good time. Had a little heart to heart. Hey, he knows. He knows.
Holy shit.
Oh, wow.
What number is that? Is that 4? 4 in a shot now. That's almost like, we can say that's like 6.
Yeah. Yeah, he's on pace.
He's on pace.
On pace.
So the content's about to be lit. I saw some people in the chat even still, they're contemplating. That should come down. Yes.
Yes,
You
absolutely.
should. It's going to be epic, man.
Just
the music.
wear a hoodie.
Wear a hoodie. But I'm seeing the
And some
Tigers
gloves.
jerseys. I'm seeing Tin Roof just over here right outside Comerica Park. There are people already out there on the rooftop, man. I'm seeing the Tigers gear. It's awesome. Go Tigers!
You
Let's
damn
go!
right.
Let's go, man.
First
Detroit.
place.
Hey, they're getting fired up, man. They are getting fired up, Flannel Sam.
Absolutely. And, oh boy, I got this read. Mad Packs.
Why do you say it?
Boom,
like
Sakalaga.
Mad Packs.
He's on fire.
You ain't gonna make it through this read.
Yeah, you're not.
I promise you, you're not.
Flannel Sam is here to talk to you about Mad Bags. Mad Bags is the hottest new cannabis brand, and they are partnering with Woodward Sports. You know what that means. I am going to be feeling good for opening day. Mad Packs is going to take your game to the next level. High-low is getting you high for the low, delivering top-tier quality at unbeatable prices.
My favorite part.
Boom shakalaka. Boom shakalaka.
No. Do that with a little bit more boom.
Boom shakalaka. Boom shakalaka.
Set out easy.
Is
Bring that
alive.
boom.
Resin infused tarantula. This one's the bomb. Blizzard packs. THC. A moon rocks that hit like a blizzard. Coming to select retailers in May 2025. Stay tuned with Woodward Sports
moon rocks,
Network
Sam?
for all the latest updates.
Hey, throw Mad Packs in the chat, fam.
Woodward Sports is live in downtown Detroit for Tigers opening day.
This one's blasting. Out toward the bullpen.
Live from the Grand Slam Festival at the Detroit Opera House.
Way back, forget it. Out of here.
Brought to you by Mad Packs, Jars, and White Claw.
Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer, is kicking off the game with the best prices on all cars, trucks, and SUVs, like this 2024 Silverado for just $296 a month, or this 2025 Equinox for as low as $371 a month. Our locations in Novi, Highland, New Hudson, Livonia, and Lansing means we have the perfect Chevy right in your backyard. Get the home team advantage every day at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
Listen, I'm not sure who, but somebody let the Tigers get hot.
The Detroit Tigers are locked and loaded for another great summer in Detroit. And it all starts downtown at the biggest home opener party in the city. Join Woodward Sports at Grand Slam Festival as we take over the Detroit Opera House parking lot. A big-ass tent for a big-ass Detroit party. Get your tickets now at GrandSlamFestival.com or follow Woodward Sports on X and IG for your chance to get in for free. Party across from Comerica Park and hear the roar as the Tigers take the field for the first time in 2025. DJs, food trucks, bartenders, live broadcasts, and more. See you for the Tigers' first home game of the season, April 4th at the Grand Slam Festival with Detroit's biggest party animals, Woodward Sports. Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon, and Ermanni and Edwards with Maz Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
Detroit, get ready. It's Tigers opening day. Hey, I see Spin Dog over there. He is 4 drinks in and a shot.
No, it feels great.
Yeah, that's sun,
I told y'all the sun is warming up just a little bit, man. Hey, and you know what? I'm seeing the jerseys. I'm seeing the merch and the gear. I'm seeing the people start to just pile in here. I see Tin Roof is starting to get really lit. We got the music going on in the tent party. So, people, you want a beer? It's the Grand Slam Fest at Detroit Opera House. Hey, you guys want to get down here? I'm telling you, we got some of the crew already here getting lit. We got the heavyweights getting loose with the city. We got White Claw Flannel. He is here, not loading. The broadcast is brought to you by Jars Cannabis, Mad Packs, and White Claw. The drinks, they're flowing. The clouds are already rising. The party's not going to stop. So people get down here. If you haven't gotten your tickets already, you can get your tickets at GrandSlamDetroit.com because you don't want to miss out. And to those that want passes, congratulations. We cannot wait to see you all. We're going to definitely make sure we get that content. So Woodward Sports Opening Day, again, brought to you by Jars Cannabis, Mad Packs, and White Claw. And what up, though, people? It is Wake Up Woodward live, again, from the Detroit Opera House. Chat family, as always, you all are the most important part of this thing, so go on ahead and smash that like button.
Smash
that.
that.
You know what? The sun is starting to warm it up just a little bit. The people are walking by. Hey, what up? Hey, go Tigers!
Yeah!
Hey, let's rock, man. Hey, the fans, they're already on one. Flannel Sam, there is no better place to be on opening day than right here.
There is no better place to be, and obviously we're going to get into the vibes. We're going to have fun. We're having a great time, but there is a game to be played. They do have their opening home game against the Chicago White Sox, and I just thought we might as well preview it because it is important. This is a series, at least. It's a must-win series, in my opinion. I know that it's the beginning of the year, but you're home against the White Sox. You can't be dropping series like that. And they start today, Game 1. You got Jack Flaherty going for the Tigers, which I love that. And the White Sox have Jonathan Cannon, who he was actually, for the White Sox, he was decent last year. Had a 4.49 ERA. Not
Easy
great.
in the spot. My bad.
Easy's here. Shout out Easy.
Shout out Easy.
What up?
Bring the boo.
But for the White Sox, he was decent. And then in his one start this year, he did throw up 5 innings of shutout ball. But he is a righty. So one of my predictions for this game is even if Jonathan Cannon does pitch relatively well, Kerry Carpenter's going deep today. Kerry Carpenter in his first at-bat is pulling one to right field. That's what's happening. If I'm obviously bet responsibly, but if you want to get in on something, Kerry Carpenter anytime home run, I would take that one today. I think that he's somebody who is due for a bomb. He's going up against a righty. We all know how he's hit righties throughout his career. Kerry Carpenter takes one out, and hopefully it's with a runner or two on base.
So you're telling me we're getting a Kerry Bonds appearance today?
Absolutely. Kerry Bonds appears today.
Hey, you already know it's going to be electric. One of the things that I love about watching the games here in the city, especially these Tigers, is the fact that you can see the game from the outside the arena as well. So I know it's going to be electric, man. If Kerry Carpenter sends one out, it's going to be. I'm going to hope that Justin and Nick, who are going to have boots on the ground, are going to get everybody's reaction because Detroit is going to be on one. But prediction for the game today, I expect this to be, honestly, a high-hit affair for the Detroit Tigers. Even though it's a little chilly, I'm expecting 7 or more hits for the Detroit Tigers.
Okay, 7 or more hits, that's reasonable. I thought you were going to say 7 or more runs, which might happen, but that's a little aggressive.
Possible.
It's very possible.
It's possible, but I don't see that happening.
What about you, JB? How many do you expect the Tigers to win, though, today?
Oh, yes. I'm definitely expecting the Tigers to win today. Given that it's the home opener once again, I'm tempering my expectations. So I'm shooting for the under right now. It's at 7.5, I believe. But I am calling a Nerfy. No run, first inning.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Ooh, I might disagree depending on where Kerry Carpenter hits in the bat and the lineup. But either way, somebody's winning a bet today, I think. But
you got Jack Flaherty on the mound today. It always going to give you a good chance to win the game. And honestly, it makes me just smile thinking about it because every single night out, we're talking about a starting pitcher. We're like, yo, that guy has the stuff. And you talk about Jack Flaherty, he's going to give these Tigers a good opportunity to shut down the White Sox lineup. Well, I do believe this Tigers team is going to find themselves putting up another 4 or 5 runs.
I would not be surprised at all. The bullpen for the Sox, they've got a couple of people who pitch pretty well, but I think the bullpen is very gettable. When it comes to the White Sox lineup, when you look at it, it looks pretty fugly. I'm not gonna lie. Just in terms of names, because their 2 best hitters according to OPS this year are Andrew Benintendi, and we all remember this guy for his storied tenure with the Detroit Tigers, Nick Maton.
Oh,
He's still Hey, he plays for the White Sox right now, and he started the season with a 928 OPS. You got. He is a bum. And hopefully he comes back to earth against the Tigers.
Spinny is ready now. He's getting ready for the street content going crazy.
You got Brooks Baldwin. Remember Michael A. Taylor? That man falls up. Jeez, He's been in the league forever. Austin Slater. You got Matt Tice. You've got Luis Robert, of course, Andrew Vaughn, and what's this guy's name? Lennon Sosa. Not a lot of
Bitches
good.
love Sosa.
Hey, absolutely. But you've got some guys like Benintendi's having a good year so far. Mayton's having a good year. Brooks Baldwin, Michael Taylor, Slater, Tice, Sosa. They all have OPSs of over 700. So far, they've been playing well for the White Sox. Credit where credit is due. But when it comes in terms of talent on this White Sox lineup, it's just not there. And I understand that the Tigers don't have a lot of room to talk with all the injuries, but even the Tigers lineup is currently constructed, I think, is better than what the White Sox are throwing out there.
Flaherty going at least 6, and he give you at least 8 Ks.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I think he's just absolutely shut down the Sox today, man. And you know what? I know as well, we're playing a Chicago team, so I definitely want to make sure that I mentioned this as well. Today at the tent party, we're going to stop at noon to honor Andy Isaac, rest in peace. Obviously the famous call of FTB, F the Bears, Chicago team, and we're playing the White Sox today. So you know what? F them too.
Yeah, absolutely.
But shout out to Andy Isaac, who is a legend of a person, legend of a professional, and definitely missed on a day like today.
Oh yeah, it's always a bittersweet day when we're talking about a legend, Andy Isaac, passing away at way too young of an age, but he would have enjoyed today, and I think it's a nice gesture honoring him.
Definitely,
yeah,
it definitely. But nobody's concerned at all about this Chicago White Sox series, right?
I mean, when it comes to, yeah, right. When it comes
the first place White Sox
Chicago White Sox. When it comes to one game,
when
it comes to one game, anything can happen.
Yeah,
and that's where, the Tigers are going to have to bring their A game. And even if they don't win today, it's not the end of the world. As I said, I don't think, and we're going to talk about it a little bit more. You have to at least win the series. But in one game in Major League Baseball, anything can happen. This could be a day, and obviously I hope that it doesn't happen, where Jack Flaherty just doesn't have it, or Riley Greene's not seeing the ball well, or Kerry Carpenter doesn't hit the home run that I predicted and goes 0 for 4. All that can be true, and the Tigers could still be fine and still have a great season. It's just the variance of baseball. That's the only thing that worries me about this game, and the fact that Jonathan Cannon actually looks to be a pretty good pitcher.
I know we got to get into the next segment, but hey, just take off one ear and just feel the vibes, man. The people are here, man. The music is going. You can kind of hear the thumps away. You can hear the helicopters, man. Yeah, it feels like Jurassic Park with the T-Rex walk. Look, it's getting lit down here, brother. It's getting lit, Flannel.
Ooh, it is getting lit. And Dante 151, Tigers money line, and Riley Greene home run plus 700 bet it. I don't hate that at all, because Riley Greene is also better against righties than lefties. I could see it.
Riley Greene and a torque bomb? What?
Whoa.
What?
And Kerry Bonds.
Talk your shit.
Kerry Bonds.
No, I'm more bullish on Kerry hitting one today than anybody, but I could see Riley as well. He started off the season strong.
Hey, I see Nick. He's already out there getting some great content. He just sent some stuff in as well that we'll be posting up on socials. Cole Keith walking out, taking the field right now to get warmed up for this game. As warm as you can get. I see my man KJ.
I'm shivering.
Yeah, bro. I'm freezing.
Struggling.
Goodness. You all right over there, KG?
He going to have to warm up a few times. This is crazy.
Oh, shoot, man.
Yeah, emphasis on warm.
Hey,
which we are not.
Hey, let's. What friends you want to say what up though to? Where we at?
I think
say something to somebody.
Jars. Oh, good. I like this read better. All right, when we're sports fans, whether you're hitting a game or simply just chilling, Jars Cannabis has you covered. Jars is home to Michigan.
I'm chilling. It's too easy, bro.
Man, I do sound like that, don't I? Michigan's largest lineup of brand cannabis products. They got 27 locations across the state, repping Michigan in a big way. 9 locations are right in Metro Detroit, so there's always one nearby. And if you're in Grand Rapids, Madison Heights, or Milan, get ready. New stores are coming your way soon. Go to jarscannabis.com to see where you can get your favorite product today.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app online or in club and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
The boys of summer are ready to get back to the playoffs, and there's no better place to get your Tigers coverage than Woodward Sports. Join us all season long as we follow as our hometown Tigers claw and fight. This ball is gone! The boys are back in town. Feel the roar with Woodward Sports.
On that, and just real quick, bro, side note, because online, dog, I've never appreciated the rap that the spinner belt got. Most people,
It was a time back then.
yeah, like most people like absolutely hate it. They say it's a toy belt. The WWE were biting off of hip-hop culture at that time.
Heavy.
They kind of made Cena the face of, you know, just this rap icon that's a wrestler, and, you know, he's going to take over the scene and stuff like that.
Males wearing do-rags.
Exactly, like, but right, even do-rag Vince, bro, like, they left it way too long. I absolutely agree with the fact that after 2008, 2009, you should have probably retired it around then. It shouldn't have made it to, what, 2013, 2014? But just the outright hating, people calling it a toy belt, and it was just, it's the worst championship ever made.
You can call it a toy belt, whatever, but I guarantee you a lot of you had this belt.
Yeah, like,
had this belt at home, regardless if...
Detroit! What up, though? It is Detroit Tigers opening day. You got to get ready, man, and get down here to party with Woodward Sports and all of Detroit. That's going to be down here. Sold out game. 10 parties all over the place. This one is the best, obviously. At the Detroit Opera House. It's brought to you by Jars Cannabis, Mad Packs, and White Claw. The drinks are already flowing. Am I lying, Flannel Sam? They're already flowing. The clouds, smoke clouds are already rising, and the party is not going to stop.
Flannel 1D. Y'all better stop playing with Flannel. You 1D.
The WSN broadcast, we're going all day long. The heavies, they're getting set up right now. They're about to go out there and they get this content going, man. You don't want to miss out. So if you haven't already, get those tickets and get down here to the Grand Slam Fest. GrandSlamDetroit.com. Woodward Sports open today, brought to you by Jars Cannabis, Mad Packs, and White Claw. Hey, we are back. Man, the environment is just continuing like last year to just get better and better and better. Hey, go Tigers. You ready? Let's go, man. Let's go.
My dog got the stove.
You see the stove,
man. He ain't playing.
You know.
Is that a Cuban? What?
Let's go. Let's go, dog. Look, it ain't nothing better than Detroit fans. It feels like we were just out here for the draft, and it was a year ago, but it was great vibes. And being down here, I can't wait till we're able to interact with a lot of the people. I know King Tay in the chat. He said he's going to show up as well. He said he's looking to meet up with the fellas. And you know what? I can't wait, man. This is beyond a holiday. I feel like we're going to have like the day off, like the next day sometimes. If these things don't fall on Fridays, give everybody the day off.
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
Shout out to Stick.
Hey, it's
Stick is on the mic.
MC Stick in the house. But Matthew Kruger actually has an interesting question. I think we could go around the room with this one. If Kerry Carpenter stays healthy all year, as well as Riley Greene, who do you see having more home runs at the end of the year and RBIs?
Oh, and he said between
Kerry Carpenter and Riley Greene, if they both stay healthy.
He said RBIs and home runs?
Yeah.
I'm going to go Riley Greene for both. Because, I mean, Kerry has more power, but he's very limited. We all know he struggles against left-handed pitching. They are giving him the reps out there, so, you know, hopefully he can improve over the course of the year. But I got to go with Riley Greene on that. I feel like he'll hit more homers and have more RBIs.
Where do you think they land numbers-wise with the home runs? Because Carpenter, man, he has a chance, those opportunities to get him in bunches.
You know I'm calling for Riley to hit over 30 this year, so yeah. I think he'll sit right around 30, 31. Kerry Carpenter, give me around 24 bombs for Carp.
I think those are great numbers. Those are about where I would have them. And I'm going to go with Riley Greene as well. And let me get on my soapbox for just a second.
Talk about
Of course you're going to get on your soapbox for Riley.
Riley Greene has the most underrated power in the MLB. Even Tiger fans complain about his power or lack thereof. It's like, oh my God, Riley Greene has to be leading your team in home runs, or someone else needs to bring the power. People forget Riley Greene had an 827 OPS last year. He led the team in home runs by far. I understand that he didn't have as many home runs per game as a Kerry Carpenter, but Kerry Carpenter has to show that he can do it over even a 137-game sample size that Riley Greene did last year before I'm calling for him to have a more productive home run and RBI season than Riley Greene. Like KG said, I think 30 for Riley Greene's a good number, and mid-20s for Kerry Carpenter.
Hey. Shot number
what?
2, 3. What is that?
Spencer Raxter, my man.
Hey, my man Easy, he has a cup and he has a drink in each hand.
Let's cheers, Spenny. Cheers. Thank you, sir. Oh boy.
It's that Julio.
They getting it
the
in.
Don. Hey, what up? Go Tigers.
Spin dog.
Yeah.
What's the counter at now? 2-5.
Thank you so much, dude.
It's
so good.
Drinks, 2 shots.
He's on pace.
It burns so good, don't it?
Yeah. Go Tigers, baby.
He just shout out to Spin Dog. Shout out to the Heavies. He just slid another drink to Flannel as well, man. I don't even know if the people caught that.
My wife might have to carry me home today.
Oh, boy.
My wife.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Easy over here, man. He got 2 drinks. Shout out to Easy. Hey, bro, the heavyweights in the building. You gonna do the during Lions season, Easy? I know you did the. Hey, come over here, bro. I know you did the victory dance with the park attendants. What do you got for the Tigers cooked up today, man? And tell the people here.
There's too many games we dance for the Tigers, to be honest with you. Might mess around, lose weight. We can't have that. I got a brand to maintain.
Yeah,
all right. And we'll be on the streets interviewing. Let us know. Hit us up in the DMs when you guys are tailgating party for the Detroit Tigers. We'll come and see you guys. Interview, you get that up on Woodward Sports. Social media, make sure you're following at Woodward Sports. Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. My joy's Twitter. Make sure you guys follow me. Ask me Sports. Shameless plug right there as well.
He's a great Twitter follow, by the way.
Oh, man. It's so dope to see all the fellas starting to show up, man.
Dirty Dr. D, Spenny and Sam. I want to see Sam smoke a cig by the end of the show now. If you guys are coming down and want to bum me one, please.
All right, somebody get my man a Lucy.
I shouldn't, because it's going to make tomorrow that much worse, and I haven't smoked a cigarette in like over a year, but it will hit like crack.
Hit like crack.
Like crack.
It's like porn to me.
Sam, you smoke Newport?
Yes. I will. It's not my choice. I'm more of a Pall Mall guy myself, but I'll smoke a Newport.
Hey, you know what? Look, I know that they banned this in the NFL, but let me see you do it. Let me see you do it. There you go. Hey, you know what? Can't ban Flannel Sam, man. Oh, goodness gracious.
I'm having so much fun. It's the best day ever.
It is.
Hey, man. KG, man, what's the X factor today? You got Detroit Tigers, and honestly, series-wide, but obviously the focus would be on opening day.
Give me Torque, man. I think Torque gets back on the hit train today. He's going to be crucial. He got to be patient at the plate, but we all know he looks to be a changed man. I'm all in. Torque is back. I'm all in.
He's as changed a man as Flannel, right?
Yeah. Flannel different, man. Flannel different. But and Jack Flaherty, man. Jack Flaherty has to go out there and pitch a pretty good game. I really don't want the Tigers to let this one go. This is one that you absolutely need. I'm not saying it's a end-all, be-all, but you would like to see them get off to a hot start in their first home series. So, give me Jack Flaherty. Like I said, he's going to at least 6 and giving you 8 or more Ks.
I was going to say, I asked this question in the prep, and we don't have to answer it directly, but I said, is this series a must-sweep? I don't know if I can call it a must-sweep. You definitely have to take 2 out of 3, though, and my prediction for this series over in totality, because you got Flaherty, you've got Olsen, you've got Job. That's pretty good. At least when it comes to Flaherty, and Olsen have already shown that they can do it consistently in a Tiger uniform, and Job is obviously very talented. I am calling for, in this series, a Tigers starters ERA under 2. And if they do that, they sweep. So yeah, I'll call for a sweep. Why not?
That's right.
Is it the worst thing ever if they take 2 out of 3? Absolutely not. But I myself am calling for a sweep.
I like that. I like that, man. And you can guys can already tell White Claw Flannel is here. And I like the way that you put the nuance. It's not a must-sweep. What you want your team to go out there and do is handle your business, and that's win every series if you can. They're not going to be perfect. You're going to have some L's every now and then. But what I love about this Detroit Tigers team is that when you talk about the starting pitching from series to series to series, they're going to have a great chance to go out there and hold the other team to 2 or 3, and that's where in this game you do. You expect them to go out there and win all 3. But as long as they go out there and at least take 2 games from them, I will be pleased. Now, I would be even more okay with that if they would have snagged 1 game from the Dodgers, because your record's looking even prettier moving on from this. Because 2 or 3 right now, I want to see this Tigers team get to 500 as soon as possible and not have to be really fighting that monster within the records all season long. If you can get off to a start where you're above 500, you're seeing that in the records. You're pairing that up with the playoff run you just made. I think you're feeling pretty good about yourself.
And I've got some not really news to share, but the Tigers opening day lineup is out. The Tigers Twitter page or X page put it out. Justin Henry Malloy is leading off and playing DH.
Okay.
Kerry Carpenter is hitting second and left. Riley Greene is in center in the 3 spot, which is
finally.
Okay.
Finally, we got Riley in center.
Spencer Torkelson hitting cleanup at first. Colt Keith hitting 5th at second. Go ahead, JB.
No. I was just saying, okay, that's what's up. My nerfy might not hit.
Hey,
my nerfy might not hit today.
Yeah, maybe not. Zach McKinstry is hitting 6th in right field. Dylan Dingler 7th at catcher. Love to see that. Trey Sweeney 8th at shortstop, and Javi Baez in the 9-hole at third base.
Javi's back.
It's not a bad lineup, though. I like the top 4.
That's Mr. 300, man. Stop playing.
It's
Mr. 300.
It's not a bad lineup.
I'm going to let me peruse and see who the White Sox have going today.
Tigers the better team.
Hey, the White Sox.
They got to win.
The White Sox do have their lineup out. They've got Miguel Vargas hitting leadoff, Luis Robert Jr. 2nd, Andrew Benintendi 3rd, Andrew Vaughn 4th, Nick Maton 5th, Lennon Sosa 6th, Matt Tice 7th, Brooks Baldwin 8th, and Travis Jankowski in the 9-hole. And I'll tell you what, Nick Maton is a bum. I know that he's been hitting well at the beginning of the season. This is what I'm talking about when it comes to the Tigers having a below 2 starters ERA in this series. Andrew Benintendi and Nick Maton are coming back to earth. Andrew Benintendi at this stage is a scrub. I mean, I'll go full on like Stephen A. Smith, Kwame Brown in terms of scrub. He's a bum.
Bonafide
He's a
scrub.
bum. And Nick Maton, we all know that he's a bum. Luis Robert Jr., he's somebody who we always have to be mindful of because he seems to do some damage against the Tigers. Andrew Vaughn is obviously talented but has never quite lived up to his draft stock, but he's somebody to be mindful of. But Andrew Benintendi and Nick Maton, I want offers. They're scrubs. They're bums. And they've been hitting well, but not this series. It's different going up against the Tigers pitching staff than the bum Angels pitching staff. It's a different animal. And we just look at the lineups. Even though the Tigers one isn't great on paper, it's got some spots where you're a little iffy. It's better than what the White Sox are throwing out there. And Jack Flaherty is a better and more experienced and more accomplished starter than Jonathan Gannon is, even though I'm somebody who, at least, or Jonathan Cannon, he's somebody that I respect as somebody who's talented.
Hey, shout out to Rake, man. He just showed up. Chat family legend. WUW Sports legend. Hey, what's up, so many times we're just at the studio and Rake is just coming by with donuts for the crew, man.
No, Rake's the man.
Shout out to Rake.
Or Rack.
Rack.
Rack, yeah, because it's Rakovich.
Rack City.
Oh, Rack.
Rack. Hey, he's here with his queen, too. Yeah,
absolutely. Love to see
Shout
that.
out. I say his queen is here, too.
And what's her name so we can give her proper honor?
Mrs. Rack. Hey,
and,
shout out.
As one of my all-time favorite movies, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, To the Wives.
Hey, and I love it.
Damn
To
right.
the wives,
Love
man.
my baby, man.
Shout out.
To the wives.
I love the hoodie that he's wearing as well, man. Got the Tigers colors, but the spirit of Detroit on there as well.
Oh, Neil Rule.
Neil's in the building.
Hey, Javi on 3. 1, 2, 3. Javi!
Oh, man.
So, all right. Well, Neil's here, so.
Neil Rule. Come on, Mr. Elite.
This shit is
Come
off
on,
the
man. Say what
rails
I've done to the
already.
people real quick. Say what I've done to the people.
Oh, God.
Javi's back.
You damn right.
Torque has won for his last 12 with 6 strikeouts. He's
990
back,
OPS,
back.
brother. 990 OPS.
We're back. We're back, baby. No, hey, real talk, though, like walking over here, there isn't a city in America that does this the way that we do this here in Detroit.
sir.
Not a city in America,
Talk
man.
about it.
Walk from that side of the city over to here. This place is electric, bro. Electric. Big D Energy, 11-1. Shout out.
Hey, shout out.
Yeah.
Hey, here you go, brother.
Get your
Please,
shit off,
tune
man.
into Big D Energy as well.
Get your shit off.
Listen. It's opening day. We don't need that pessimism about Torkelson. Get that shit out of here.
Tell him about himself.
Once Torque hits one over that fucking sign over there, Neil's gonna be loving it. Okay, Tigers 20, White Sox -4.
Hey,
Damn,
White Sox
negative
20.
Negative.
Tigers 20, White Sox -4. And shout out to Brady Wood, been a Torque guy from the beginning. 990 OPS. I know 1 for his last 12 is not great, but over the totality of the season, he's playing like a 1-1. And
Yeah,
that would
some
be
of y'all
huge.
miss doing the victory lap on Torque. Y'all need to chill out. Y'all was not here. Y'all was not believing, man. But
No, and that's-
a lot of people victory lap at Torque.
Absolutely. And I'll admit, I wasn't expecting much from him, and so far, I look like I'm wrong. And I'm more than happy to be wrong.
I'm happy to be wrong.
Absolutely. Spencer, especially with all the injuries, if Spencer Torkelson can keep giving you even 80% of what he's given you throughout the season, that's a huge win.
But when you're
Huge.
talking about Spencer Torkelson, though, it's again we talk about those Pistons. Jalen Duren had to go out there and admit that he was playing, and this is his own quote. I was playing like some ish. I was on some soft ish. And when you look at Spencer Torkelson, when you hear his comments, he was saying it too. I got to go and get better. I got to go and to see a guy go down to the minors, with knowing his draft slot, understand the potential and expectation that everybody thought he was going to bring to the table. I said
we're
runaway
good.
drink.
No, we're good. We're good.
All right.
We're good. It's empty. It's empty. But you know what? Let's actually let me read this super chat, and then we'll go to break. And any Tigers or any sports questions that you guys have, just drop it into Mailbag, because you guys have been fantastic, and I know we'll see some of you rando smalls get Neil to say boom shakalaka. You know what? Give that man.
You just wasted your $10, Rando.
Give that man
It's not finna do that.
the Mad Pax read. If he has the Mad Pax read, he has no. Oh, that's D-Mag. That's obviously D-Mag.
It's gotta be D-Mag.
That's obviously D-Mag. Just like Weed reads, it's obviously me, right? Obviously.
Obviously.
Don't I have that fucking?
Hi,
Yeah, I do.
guys.
I
Yes,
do
you
have
have
that
that next.
fucking
You
read.
have
No, shut up, Mad Pax.
Long drink, flannel.
That was disrespectful.
White
Mad
Claw
Pax is
flannel.
great. White Claw flannel. Flannel Sam here to talk to you about Mad Pax. Mad Pax. Oh yeah, by the way, drop your mailbag
Best
questions
read in the world.
Mad
right
Pax
here.
is the hottest new cannabis brand, and they are partnering with Woodward Sports. You know what that means. I am going to be feeling
Final
good for
sale.
opening day.
What's cannabis, Sam?
Look, the weeds. Mad Pax is going to take your game to the next level. High-low is getting you high for the low.
The wind don't even believe you.
Shout out, JB. God damn it. I love this group. High-low is getting you high for the low, delivering top-tier quality at unbeatable prices. Boom, shakalaka.
Say it again.
One more time.
One more time.
Boom, shakalaka is a live resin-infused tarantula. This one's the bomb. Blizzard packs, THCA, moon rocks that hit like a
You read this
blizzard.
shit like a government agent.
I'm a dork. What can I say? Coming to select retailers in May 2025. Stay tuned with the War Sports Network for all the latest updates.
Oh boy, Sam worked for the CIA.
Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer is kicking off the game with the best prices on all cars, trucks, and SUVs, like this 2024 Silverado for just $296 a month, or this 2025 Equinox for as low as $371 a month. Our locations in Novi, Highland, New Hudson, Livonia, and Lansing means we have the perfect Chevy right in your backyard. Get the home team advantage every day at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
The boys of summer are ready to get back to the playoffs, and there's no better place to get your Tigers coverage than Woodward Sports. Join us all season long as we follow as our hometown Tigers claw and fight. This ball is gone! The boys are back in town. Feel the roar with Woodward Woodward Sports. Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon, and Ermanni and Edwards with Mize Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Detroit, what up, though? Get ready because it is Detroit Tigers opening day. You want to join Woodward Sports and all of the Detroit Tigers fans for the biggest party in the D. We're live at the Detroit Opera House. Our broadcast is going all day. We're in a great spot, too, right in the middle of the action. Final Sound. We got Comerica Park right over here. Tiger fans everywhere. The tent party and the music is going, and you guys already know. The drinks are flowing, the smoke clouds are rising, the party ain't gonna stop, man. All this is brought to you by Jars Cannabis, Mad Packs, and a White Claw. And don't miss out. If you haven't already, go and get your tickets at GrandSlamDetroit.com. Woodward Sports Opening Day, brought to you by Jars Cannabis, Mad Packs, and a White Claw. And you know what? We got White Claw Flannel. He is here,
He
man.
is here.
He is feeling
He's
good.
arrived.
And you know what? The Tigers fans are, too. We have a Tab family member here, man. We got Zach here. And just tell the people how you're feeling. The city, the vibes, Detroit Tigers opening day, man. What up, though? Welcome to the show. Oh.
You're good, bro.
What's up, guys?
What's good?
This is my first opening day game ever.
Nice.
So this is my first time ever coming here. Yeah, I'm super excited. There's a bunch of people down here. So, yeah, I'm hoping it's going to be a good game for everybody.
You know what, man? How long before the game starts before you're just already on cloud nine? You see everything that's going on around us. The food, the drinks, extracurricular activities.
Oh, I'm definitely ready to have a couple drinks and get some food in me. It's going to be a good day for sure.
Hey, and who's winning this game today?
Oh, the Tigers for sure, 100%.
There we go. Final score prediction.
I'll say, let's go 5-2 Tigers.
You fucking right.
And you know why? Because Nick Maton and Andrew Benintendi are bums. Bums.
We getting the
Frauds.
torque bomb, baby.
Say that again?
Carry bonds.
Let's go with Flaherty.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's go. Hey, Zach.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it, bro.
Appreciate you, Zach.
Hey, thank you guys. Shout out my girlfriend Marissa and my dad Johnny. We're both here. Our first times at opening day too.
Shout out.
Shout out.
That's what's up, man.
Yes, sir.
Thank you guys. Yeah, enjoy it.
Hey, great job, brother.
No,
Hey,
thank
the first
you,
one
man.
is always
Thank you
the
for
best one.
supporting. Thank you, guys. Have a good day. Thank you. Hey, you guys heard him already, man. The Tiger fans are out here in full effect right now. We told you guys to. It just continues to warm up and warm up and warm up. And you see Long drink flannel over here. I see the foot that sometimes is starting to tap as we hear the music going. It's almost that time, man.
You know what? I'm going to get on my soapbox for a second.
Get on your soapbox.
Because
Get on your soapbox. I'm going to give you the mailbag questions. Get on your soapbox,
Yeah, absolutely. I'm feeling great because when I started here, I used to say this about a show that I used to be on, and I stand by this to this day, that when BDE was Neil, D-Mac, me, and Spenny, that was just an embarrassment of riches. Not because of me, but because of what I had around me. This show, Wake Up Woodward, is an embarrassment of riches. KG is a talent. He's filled in for me so many times when I've been gone. JB is a talent. JB is a talent. He is a very good on air, and he's the best behind-the-scenes person at this network.
No, big facts.
Justin has filled in for me on the desk. Chase is great on air as well. We've got an embarrassment of riches. An embarrassment, and it's beautiful.
Classic white dude gets a couple drinks in a man. I love all you guys, bro. You guys are the best. I love you all so much. That's what opening day is all about. He's not wrong, though.
Yeah.
Loaded squad here for Wake Up
sir.
Woodward. You guys have to go.
Oh, yeah.
Appreciate that, bro.
Appreciate you.
Do I love opening day, dog?
It's
and
a
he's
vibe,
not
bro.
lying, man. He is not lying. I love this squad. That's why we take the time to make sure that we
I thought
shout
that was
out
Maz.
all of these people, man.
I thought that was bad.
Oh, I was like, is it Maz?
That's his multiverse variant.
That's
right?
a vibe today.
Oh, man. But you know what? This one isn't Tigers related. Shout out to Feldman.
Absolutely. Whatever you want.
He says this, though. Flannel. This
Yes.
is from Jonathan Lord.
Okay.
Yeah, another jersey bet for new number J-Mo?
No! It's not my fault that he changed numbers. I got the jersey. He
Does
got
he
the
have a
1,000
J-Mo
yards.
jersey now? I like that one, man.
Bro.
He paid up. He paid up.
I paid up. And you guys, and you know what? And I know that it's not going to hit as hard because he's number 1 now, but I'll be bringing the jersey. Like if there's a game where the Tigers, my bad, I'm feeling the vibe. If the Lions win and he gets 100 yards receiving, I'll bring it back from time to time.
Flannel.
100%.
So you not just wearing it casually, you just bringing it out only when he has good games? What type of shit is that?
I see Neil taking notes back there.
Yeah, what type of shit is that?
I was going to say that.
Of course, Neil.
Hey,
is right there.
I know me and Neil have had our battles about it, but I did pay up on my bet. I did pay up.
He did.
And am I allowed to be a
He
J-Mo?
got that bitch in the back of the
am
closet.
I allowed to like J-Mo now? Hey, it's not the back of the closet. It's not the back of the
Tell me
closet.
this, though, before we get to these questions. Let's get to that point in the show where there's a lot more people and there's a lot more music. Are you looking at that 10 like, I can't wait?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, Flannel about to get in there.
I've said this before, and I've said it again. My greatest advice to all single men out there: if you want to just like slay as a single man, really fucking cringe, I know. Be a willing dancer. I've said this to all of my single friends, and to even someone like Chase. By the way, ladies, Chase is single. Guys like him, be a willing
My boy
dancer.
Willie B.
Willie B. Oh, that's
Shout out
right.
Willie B.
Well, Willie B's got another thing that the ladies can't resist. You
Oh,
saw his
yeah.
shirt yesterday.
He's an award winner, right?
I know Willie
Holy
B's.
shit.
I
Shout
know
out
Willie
Willie
B's
B,
a
man.
Willie dancer. I know he is.
Hey, Randall Smalls, hashtag Feldman Mailbag. 2004, Aretha Franklin sang the national anthem. It was his first opening day. He said
Nice.
the Tigers win today, 6-0. What score do you guys got?
I'm going to go 5-1. So,
Damn, you took mine.
oh, sorry, JB.
You're good. No, I'm just saying.
Great minds think alike.
I know, exactly.
Give me 5-2. 5-2.
5-2,
Okay.
I got 5-1.
Of course, Tigers now. Come on.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
Tigers,
yeah,
Tigers,
obviously.
100%.
Yeah, 5-2. I believe Flaherty's going to lock things down. He's only going to give up one. Bullpen's going to give up one. But the Tigers' bats, like I said, at least 7 hits. And they're going to find a way to punch home 5 runs. That's right.
If the Tigers get 7 hits, they win the game.
Oh, yeah. Without a doubt.
And I understand that you can get 7 hits and scatter them and them all be singles, and it doesn't mean much. But I think the Tigers will make the most. I have Kerry Carpenter going deep, for crying out loud. So of course I've got, you know what? Justin Henry Lloyd gets on base, and then Kerry Carpenter 2-run home run. Start the game, bottom of the first. Book it.
Hey, Mike G, this is another one. It's not Tigers related, but it is Flannel related. Feldman Millsack, Buzz Flannel. Will Michigan go 12-0 this season? He's trying to get you while you're libated, bro.
No.
Yeah, pretty much. Don't do it, Flannel.
No, they
You ain't
won't.
got to answer that, man.
Get him.
No, they've got 6 road games. Just a tentative prediction right now, I'd probably say 10-2, and that gets them in the playoff.
I would say that as well.
Gets in the playoff.
Dope. I'm seeing the chat family, they're putting their score predictions in the game. Jake, the original tribal cheat, he put 7-3
OT.
Tigers.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eric Allen, 7-1 Tigers. They scored 3 runs in the 4th. Let me see here.
10-4 Tigers. Who was that? Little Hitler.
What?
Okay, hell of a name.
Whoa.
Yeah. I thought that was Kanye. My bad.
Lunchbox.
Kanye in the chat right now?
Tigers 10-2. Stephen David, 6-3 Tigers. There's a lot of confident Tigers fans here, but there is one in the chat. It's Liz, beautiful bearded dragon, says Tigers lose 5-3. There ain't no world where you see the Tigers losing on opening day, do you?
How the fuck could you predict the Tigers to lose on opening day to the White Sox? I understand that it might happen, but go piss in someone else's Cheerios.
Tell her, Flannel.
It's opening day to the White Sox.
You got Spitty fired up.
Based on what? You know what? Based on what? Put it in the chat right now. Based on what? Give me your explanation.
Give me your explanation. Reese Wiggins believes that this is going to be a 5-0 game. Flaherty throws an absolute gem today.
Yeah, absolutely. I've got him.
Damn, shutout? Okay.
Six innings, 1 earned run. That's and then the bullpen shuts him out the rest of the way.
All right.
Oh man, let me
I'm
see
rocking.
here. I forgot who asked it, but they asked, "What is your favorite dance move, Flannel Sam?" Because we've been talking this up. The 10 party is about to go down, and you have some pretty epic videos out there, man.
Jumping in place. Absolutely.
Jumping in place.
Absolutely.
Hit him with that Pee Wee Herman.
Not even close.
You fist bumping too, Guido?
It fits perfectly because it's malleable, because whether you're in the club, whether you're in a mosh pit, 2 places that I've frequented a lot in my life, it always works. It always works. I was at an Attila show not that long ago. Any of you in the chat, if you guys are Attila fans, drop that. And it was a lots of jumping, lots of elbows being thrown, lots of me getting elbowed in the back in midair, and it just
elbowed in the back.
You a mosh pitter. You like to mosh pit.
Oh yeah, big time mosh pitter here.
That's where you take his aggression out of.
And I got a lot of aggression. Probably too much aggression.
Oh,
is
my
that
goodness.
fucking Chris Platty?
Is that Platty?
Chris Platty!
Baseball savant?
Chris fucking Platty.
Platty!
We got
Come on,
baseball
man.
savant.
Come on.
Make way.
Chrissy P?
Y'all
Shout
make way
out
for
Chris
baseball
Platty.
savant, bro.
You talking about a ball knower, music knower, man.
Chris
Pistons
fucking
knower.
Platty.
What up,
Let's
though, Platty?
go.
What up, though, Platty?
Listen, man, we are happy as hell to be here. It's opening day. It's opening day. It's a good time. It's baseball season. You know, I'm the basketball savant, but I part-time as a baseball savant, so I'm just happy to be here enjoying the best atmosphere. Are we talking Pistons right now, or are we talking baseball?
Hey, talk whatever you want. Hey, give the Tigers their love.
Okay,
And you can see LCA from here, too. So.
yeah, shout out to Tigers. I see Comerica Park. I'm looking at it right now, but you know what? I just want to make one statement that I made. Yeah, you see LCA too. But what I want to say, I want to make one clear statement. The Pistons should be sweeping the awards for the NBA. They should be sweeping the awards. Executive of the Year, Coach of the Year, Sixth Man of the Year, Most Improved. There should be at least 4. There's at least 4. I was given a platform. I'm going to push my Pistons propaganda. Let me push my Pistons propaganda.
Chris.
But yeah, I'm happy to be here.
Chris, while you're here, because we don't get to talk about this much, I disagree on Cade Most Improved, and here's why. I don't want the narrative to go around that he was trash before and needed to improve a lot. He was 23 points and 7 assists on similar efficiency last year. It's just the team around him wasn't as good. And don't get me wrong, Cade has improved his game. But I think it's a disservice to what Cade has done his first 3 years for him to win Most Improved. Am I out of line?
So we just disagree philosophy-wise because I was the same person that the year Steph Curry was going to be unanimous MVP, I said he should also be Most Improved because I think the harder thing to do is level up from superstardom. Yeah. That's the harder jump to make than, oh, I got extra minutes, my team is garbage, so now I get 10 more shots a game. So what do you know? I'm averaging 10 more points a game. That's cool. But you know what? I think the harder jump to make is when you're in that top tier, like Cade is top, 10, 5 in the league right now? Yeah. What's harder is him to make that next jump, to be MVP of the league, to take those steps. That to me is a lot harder than just getting more opportunity and balling with that opportunity.
You know, I respect that opinion so much because remember, Steph's 2015 MVP season was great, but his 2016 season was arguably the greatest offensive season we've ever seen from a player. So I get what you're saying.
Yeah. So
the fact that you explained it like that, I get it.
Yeah, I'm not mad at the people that disagree with that philosophy. It's just, to me, it's in principle. When you're excellent at something, to go that next level is way harder to me than to take that level where you're decent and then rise up. So
I like your explanation.
But I'm happy to be here for opening day. It's baseball day. I'm glad y'all let me get on my Pistons soapbox real quick, but
100%.
I appreciate you
Good
guys
thing
so
Stick
much.
over here now. He ain't let that shit fly at all.
I had to clean up.
Yeah, why not? We interviewing somebody.
Hey,
Let's
shout
go.
out to the heavies. Hey, and shout out to Platty as well, man. You talk about not just passionate, but a knowledgeable Pistons fan and creative as well. I think he's innovative with the ideas that he has to improve this team, even before we saw this run right now, and the platform that he stands on for these Pistons. And he's one of the, probably more dedicated content creators and overall people who cover the Pistons that I've seen.
Yeah, that was.
I appreciate his perspective, man.
That was a great explanation of it all, and I have to kindly ask, can we wrap it up because I have to take a fire hose piss?
Oh, you know what?
Fire hose. It's murderous right now.
I'm sitting here right now. I don't know if people will see me.
Fire hose.
Yeah, you know what? We're definitely going to do that.
Let's go ahead.
Shout out to the Shaq family, man. It's about to get lit. One thing for the people.
Yes.
Can you dance for them real quick?
I mean, how do I?
He gonna piss on himself.
Dance and then run to the bathroom. It's Flannel
do that right
Sam,
now.
the veteran squad, the veteran network. Let's
Jumping in
go.
place.
You already know, man. Opening day.
Two and a half deep.
All right.
Shout out to our brother Matthew Broder.
Shout out, hey, before I go, shout out to the WUW Crew. I'm going to go right now.
Let's go, bro.
Break it out. Break it out.
Let's go. We're breaking
It's
this
so
thing down.
bad.
That's Flannel Sam, the veteran squad, veteran network. He's
Flannel has
turned up.
left the building.
2 shots. I don't know how many White Claws and other beverages he has in the system right now. He's turned up, man, and we had a fire show to kick off our opening day coverage at Detroit Opera House, man. In the middle of the action, you guys want to get down here. I already heard Stick was already out there, the Godfather of WUW Sports, already on the microphone, getting things fired up, man. And Flannel Sam's about to get rocking. The heavies are getting going. Shout out to our brother Matthew Broder. I know Tigers is opening day is really big for him. Yeah. Shout out to Nick Koloff of the Heavies and our Tigers credentialed reporter. Shout out to him already at the over at Comerica Park getting great content. So stay tapped into the rest of the broadcast and stay tapped in as well with socials. All of this is brought to you by Jars Cannabis, Mad Packs, and White Claw. Shout out to Mad Packs, man. That boom shakalaka.
Yeah.
Boom shakalaka. What a read, man. Let's go, man. Let's go. Mad Packs. Hey, shout out. Just
they
come
working hard
right
over
to
here,
the
man.
people real
Shout out
quick,
Mad
man.
Packs.
Show them the hoodie real quick, man. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go, Mad Packs.
Yes, sir.
Let's go. Gotta show the love, man. Gotta show the love. And you know what? We got a great cast and crew in the building. That dude, Justin, is here. He just somewhere around doing a whole bunch of things. I see him there in the background. Cavassier Chase from the WUW Crew. And this elite space over here, because we're not in the booth today, but elite nonetheless. We got KG holding it down on the sounds, Detroit's #1 draft pick, a.k.a. Black Hollywood. Rookie of the Year, MVP trophy is in the case, man. We could just say it's in there now, man. What up, though?
The sunlight got me looking ordained over here, man. Hey, check out your boy, man. But shout out to everybody that tapped in with us. Shout out to everybody that's going to come down and rock with us for the 10 party, man. It's going to be a good time. Tiger's going to get that dub. And shout out to Mad Pack. Shout out to everybody at Woodward, man.
Yes,
love y'all. Let's get it.
Hey, I see you there. JBSmooovv, WUW Sports MVP, holding it down in the TD space.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? If you're not down here already, bring yourself down here. Come hang out with us. If you can't make it, stay tapped in with everything that we do on socials right now. It's going to be a party. It's a vibe today now. It's getting wild. Shout out to Mad Packs, baby.
Mad Packs, boy. I see Flannels, man. Just come on, boy. Flannel, one more time. The veteran squad, the veteran network. Say something to the people, man. One more time, Flannel.
You good, Flannel?
Flannel cook, bro.
Hello.
Let's go.
Okay.
Hey,
Go Tigers. 5-1 victory today is my prediction. Jack Flaherty with a gem. Kerry Carpenter with the homer. Bring it home, boys.
Hey, let's rock. And it's your boy Brandon, a.k.a. Detroit Kool-Aid, your credential Pistons reporter and writer for the network. And today, all things Detroit Tigers. Hey, go bring one home. Jack Flaherty, he's going to pitch a gem. I agree with you there. 5-2, they're going to shut this thing down, and the city is going to be electric. It's already on one right now. Get down here, guys. Grand Slam Fest, Detroit Opera House. We in the building, man. Let's go.